Yo, what is going on to the people, mate? This is Rapstar Boxing Knowledge in the motherfucking building. Smash that like button and do all that great stuff, you know? Subscribe to the channel. But look, let me just say this. I'm going to send a link. I'm sending a link. Eric Gomez in the motherfucking building, man. Guests which are involved, they think or what of what's going on with Spence, Terrence Crawford. Now, what you got to realize on this channel, we're no fanboys. We're going to look at the logics and we're going to look at what's going on. What is actually really happening with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence? And why did negotiations break down? Why did Terrence Crawford have to move away from that fight and then get the fight with David Avanesian? What happened in the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight? What happened behind the scenes? That's the question. What actually happened behind the scenes? Now, I've got some people in boxing that's going to come over here and tell you what happened. You know, so I'm going to send a link. Let me see when they come in and we're going to speak about it. Because what really actually happened, bruv, is the question. What actually happened behind the scenes that we don't know about? And we're going to hear about it. Did Terrence Crawford price himself out? Did Errol Spence make the contract harder than what it is? You know, we're going to hear about these things. Did Al Heyman make it difficult for Terrence Crawford? Would he not make the contract where it was accommodating Terrence Crawford? Did Errol Spence actually make the fight difficult with Al Heyman? Or did Terrence Crawford basically took another opportunity? Did Terrence Crawford move away from the fight because he had another fight that he was negotiating at the same time? Now, the man's getting a lot of money to fight David Avanesian, but the fans are all pissed off. The fans don't give a fuck about the David Avanesian fight. So what really happened? We're going to find out on the live. But Errol Spence said that this guy just been wasting time. Errol Spence said Terrence Crawford been wasting time. And the fight should have been ready to sign, and it should have been done in November. This fight should have been done in November with Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. And the fight was going back and forth, and nobody, well, Terrence Crawford wasn't signing the fight. Terrence Crawford wasn't signing the fight, bro. Why didn't Terrence Crawford sign the fight? Didn't Terrence Crawford believe in himself to become an undisputed? Did he not want to take the risk? That he wanted a safe fight with David Avanesian? Or did they make that contract a little Terrence Crawford that no one's speaking about? But let's see what people think. We're going to get some guests in the building. I'm going to send a link to someone in boxing. Smash the like button. Give me a second and I'll be back. Or is Terrence Crawford dancing all the way to the bank? Is Terrence Crawford dancing? Is this Terrence Crawford right now? Is this Terrence Crawford right now dancing all the way to the bank, and he don't give a fuck about the fans, and he don't give a fuck about undisputed? Is Terrence Crawford the man who actually played Errol Spence? And did he play Spence? Terrence Crawford, he was going to fight Errol Spence and use that fight for leverage. Crawford just looking at options and just trying to see what's best for him. This is what Terrence Crawford's done. He's told them to fuck themselves, and now Crawford is like this guy. This is Terrence right now in disguise.
Move. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move. 1, 2.
Give me a second. I'm just sending a link.
Right, what's going on here, Donny's on the next? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's whipped, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
Yeah, Peter, I've just sent the link to some of the people. They're going to come over from boxing and talk about it. But at this point, why did Showtime and Al Heyman not secure the fight, bruv, for Errol Spence? Why did Showtime, Stephen Espinoza, and fucking Al Heyman not secure this fight for the boxing fans, Carl? Carl Hunter, what's going on, bro? How's it going to Carl Hunter in the building? Peter, what's going on? Eric Gomez. But what is actually really going on? How come the most two biggest people in boxing in America, bruv, Showtime Boxing and Al Heyman, couldn't secure the fight for Terrence Crawford? And their own fucking client, Errol Spence. How the fuck did they lose this fight out their hand? This was a fight they had, and this was a big fight. So why did they lose the fucking fight? Well, let's talk about it. Errol Spence said that he wanted a fight, and he wanted a fight in November. Terrence Crawford wasn't ready to fight in November because the contract wasn't really agreeable. Is Terrence Crawford pricing himself out with his ego and he wants to be paid a certain amount and maybe he never reached his figures? But he was able to reach those figures with David Avanesian, with Frank Warren. So he was negotiating multiple fights. Terrence Crawford was doing smart business. And Crawford wasn't getting himself played out to be bullied into anything. He had options and he was using his options viably. Crawford was doing smart business and the fans just hate it. The fans thought that Crawford doesn't have any opportunities. Yeah. I even thought that Crawford didn't have any opportunities. But Crawford proved that he had some things going on behind the scenes. So how did Terrence Crawford just play everyone like that? How did Terrence Crawford just pull out another fight that nobody really is interested about, this fight with David Avanesian? Did Crawford play Errol Spence? Did Terrence Crawford hawk a Mustang, my brethren? Yes, man. Big respect to my brethren. Hawk a Mustang in the motherfucking book, bro. But did Terrence Crawford, bro, play Errol Spence and the fans and everybody? What do you think? At the end of the day, Crawford said he don't want no tune-up fights. So how the fuck did Crawford pull this out the bucket? Is Crawford a smarter businessman that we gave him credit for? Is Terrence Crawford a guy that we underestimated in business? Because when it's all said and done, it's all about money. Ain't nobody give a fuck about no legacy over here. You guys are living in 2022. And when it's all said and done, it's all about the dollars. So how did Crawford duck? How did Crawford duck, Mr. P? How did he duck, bro? Answer the question. But how did Crawford duck? It was a business move. Listen, if I was a businessman and I know that these guys are not securing my contract yet, how do you know that Al Heyman and Showtime, how do you know that they didn't fuck it up? How do you know that Showtime, Al Heyman, and Steven Epsonoza never fucked up the game? You're going to have to wait, Mr. P. I got some guests coming in the building. Give me a second. But look, at the end of the day, right? Everybody's blaming Crawford in every fucking channel. Crawford is a duck. Crawford is a bitch. Crawford is a pussy. Crawford don't want to fight no one. But at the end of the day, bro, the man did a business fucking move for his own family. So who the fuck are you? He don't give a fuck about you. Hey, look. Flying fuck. SP. Yes, John Smith. What's happening, bro? Yes, John Smith. Crawford does not give a fucking ass about anyone. Hey, Real Boxing TV, come over here for a second, bruv. Yo, Real Boxing TV, just come here for a sec. Hey, Max, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What up, Rap Star?
So, Max, I need you today in case I go in and out. We got
Yes,
Rick
sir.
Glazier coming in and we got someone else in boxing.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Hey, Max, just you guys. I got somebody
Yeah.
who knows inside information about the contract.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Are you excited, Max?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what they have to say, man.
Yes, I need you. I need you to be on the channel in case my.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So we got people coming in the building who know inside information about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Now, Max,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it level-headed. No fanboy here. At the end of the day, they're all blaming Crawford.
Yeah.
Everybody in the day. I'm gonna say, don't you think that the business handlers must have fucked something up and not Crawford? I'm asking you.
From what I've been hearing, I mean, think logically, right? I mean, from what I've been hearing, it says that, Al Heyman and the PBC, like, there was a lot of like push and pull between, them trying to do everything right the first time in negotiations. And for whatever reason, Crawford had enough of it, man. And, he said, you know what, I still want to fight Spence, but y'all taking forever. Y'all like making it hard for me to get this done with. And I'm not gonna go a whole year without fighting, so let me go get this 10 million right quick or whatever it is they're gonna give them.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Some people have spoke to me behind the scenes, and they saying that Al Heyman blame for Crawford running to make another fight. That Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman didn't make the contract viable for Terrence Crawford. Like, they didn't want to give him much guarantee.
Yeah.
And they wanted him to bet on himself more than putting money in his pocket. Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
I know. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, maybe it seems that maybe Al Heyman didn't really want the fight deep down inside. You know, if this was a Canelo fight, this against such Mar Charlo, this would have already been done. So I don't know, the back and forth, going back and forth. What does the chat think about it? You know.
And you might have to ask the questions to Rick in case my audio goes. You're gonna have to back me up.
You sure? You sure you want me to do it, John?
Man, come on, man. You must be educated enough now, and smart enough how to ask these professional people or whoever's in the game of boxing. I'm sure you can handle it.
I'm trying to help you, my friend. Let's get it.
No, but look, at the end of the day, 99% of the world is blaming Crawford, especially the YouTube world, right? You see the YouTubers are going at Crawford back and forth. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence said that, you know, he kind of got played. He wanted that fight earlier, and Crawford didn't want to fight him earlier. Now, we've got Rick Glazier in the building, Max. How you doing, Rick?
Good, Rap, sir. How are you?
We're doing really well, Rick. We want you to tell us some inside info because 90% of the YouTube are going crazy at Crawford. I'm in the middle. Please tell us what's going on, Rick. People are waiting. What the fuck is going on?
Well, basically speaking, what happened was that Crawford started out asking for a lot of money. Heyman said no, 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 no. He kept whittling down. And they made Crawford a very weird offer, a 35% offer of the net profits of the fight, thinking that Crawford wasn't going to take it. Crawford took it, leaped on it. So they were stunned. So then Heyman comes up with this, diabolical scheme. Okay, they want to have final say so on expenses, Crawford's side, because they're a partner in the show, just like if Aaron was. So, make a long story short, he wanted that, and he wanted transparency on the gross revenues and the net profits. And Heyman wouldn't give him any of that stuff. Now, just to let you know, when you're not getting a guaranteed purse, you are entitled to all that. If not, you're just wide open to get screwed. Well, that was what the hangup was. Many feel in boxing that Errol Spence wasn't in on it, that he wanted the fight. This was Heyman jerking Crawford off, and because he didn't want the fight himself. And I'll explain to you why in a minute. So, anyways, what happened was Floyd Mayweather comes out with that statement. Well, they're going to fight eventually, but they're not going to fight now. Okay, well, as soon as Crawford heard that, he took off and went and grabbed this other fight. I had said all along, months ago, that if this fight fell apart, he had two options: David Azavanian and Virgil Ortiz were his two options. Well, there you go. That's what happened. This was a safety net. No way did he plan on this. But when Floyd Mayweather on October 7th came out with that statement, that game was over. That opened up the eyes of Terrence Crawford. Now remember something: Terrence Crawford had an attorney from Chicago. When he couldn't make the fight and get this thing handled, he hired a second attorney from New York. Okay, to take over the negotiation to get this closed. He paid two attorneys. Okay, and he still couldn't get it closed. And then Mayweather comes out with that statement. I believe it was on October 7th on Fight Hype, saying, "Well, they're not going to fight now. They're going to, probably going to fight next year sometime. We don't know when. Ba ba ba. I own part of PBC, and ba ba ba, and all this bullshit." Well, as soon as Crawford heard that, boom, off he went. And that's what happened. So I can't blame Crawford. I can't blame, or I don't believe in people in boxing tend to believe that Errol Spence was not in on it, that he wanted the fight. So Earl's not to blame. It's Al Heyman. And most everybody feels that way, by the way.
So let me tell everybody right now, what's the time in America, Max?
Well, right now it's
on the
10
East
o'clock.
Coast.
So we got Max in the building. He's going to assist me in case my audio goes. He's there. So Max, what's the time in your city, Max?
Like in New York.
10 o'clock.
Okay, right. So this is exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Glazier's got some inside. Everybody in YouTube's going crazy. We got to put some respect on Rick Glazier. He's in the sport. He knows the sport. Now, how do you feel, Max? What do you think about this, what Rick's saying, Max?
Rick, hello, Rick. I'm Max. I heard Rick on News Media Boxing with Coach on Friday, I believe, or Saturday. I'm not sure what day it was.
Friday.
But Friday. But Rick, I guess my question, and I guess the general public may feel the same way. If Spence wanted to fight and Bud wanted to fight, why did Al Heyman not want the fight?
Because here's why. Al Heyman's got a huge problem right now. He may have no TV networks next year. Okay, and he's trying to leverage this fight eventually, many people feel, to get a TV deal with a new company, because he's losing Fox. That's public notice. Please get Al Heyman's picture off the thing. Oy vey, get that picture off there, please. Anyways, he's going to lose Fox, and he may lose Showtime, because Showtime might be shutting down altogether. Not the boxing, but some of their programming will go towards Paramount. They only did 100 and some thousand, 75,000 homes on the regular Showtime for the last show. They just bombed with Wilder. They don't have anything to sell a network. They got nothing.
So are you saying, sorry, I just got to stop you. Are you saying that this particular fight is nothing to do with Showtime, with Steven Epinoza not being able to fund the fight? Is the TV network?
I don't know that. Al Heyman. Al Heyman doesn't want the fight right now because he needs to protect the PBC brand, because if Crawford comes along and beats Spence, and most people remember, he's a $140 favorite. He's a 140 to 100 favorite. So if he comes along and beats him, it's going to make what's his name, PBC, look like a Mickey Mouse brand. Because remember, he beat all the PBC fighters except Thurman. Spence did. He hasn't fought Thurman yet. Okay, and Crawford beat all the PBC fighters that were mandatories or on Lend-Lease.
But what about Errol Spence? Errol Spence is being the one who's.
It doesn't matter. Al Heyman doesn't give a fuck. Al Heyman. Wait, hold
Errol
it.
Spence.
Al Heyman doesn't matter.
Look what he says on Twitter. He says,
it doesn't matter. It's a conflict of interest, and he's wedging his business empire over a fighter.
So let's get it straight. Al Heyman at this point ain't the same man in boxing like he was a few years ago.
Of course, he doesn't have the funds.
Let's tell the casuals. Let's tell the people, because they don't know this.
Yeah, he doesn't have the funds. The funds aren't there. They've dried up.
Okay, so let's tell everyone. This man.
I have a question.
Let me just tell them this, Max, to the channel. This man, Al Heyman, who you guys think is a ghost, he's not a ghost. He's just behind the scenes. Rick Glazier saying, and other people have been saying this, not just Rick, that they're having trouble to get the money for big fights. Now, he got the money for Canelo Alvarez, though. Al Heyman did get the money for Canelo Alvarez.
Time out.
So
that was a year ago. Things have changed drastically. He hasn't had a pay-per-view winner in a long time. Think about that. What did he have that was a pay-per-view winner since then? Nothing. Everything's been a bomb he's touched.
Go on, Max.
I was going to kind of ask that question. I was going to say, how can the PBC not have money right now when they were willing to pay Canelo, what was it, like $100 million to fight Charlo?
Because that was a year ago, and they've had some bombs. What fight did they do well in? They've lost money in every single pay-per-view fight. Don't forget, what's his name was the one what's his name, Tank Davis fight, 52,000 homes. I mean, come on. You know, they did good at the gate, but they did terrible. You know, they still got an overhead. They still got to pay the fighters, and they have a big overhead.
And
You know,
people are just right now in boxing. I'm gonna tell you what's going on, Rick. A lot of the fans are pissed off with this fight that Terrence Crawford's fighting a tune-up where nobody gives a fuck
it's
about
not a
it.
tune-up. It's not a tune-up. He's a
I know, but
legitimate.
people feel that people have also got an opinion. He lost to
No, no, no,
Kavalaskis.
no, no, no.
No, but
I'm going to
let's just.
tell you.
Can I
No,
get it
no,
off,
no,
and
no,
then
no, no, no.
you can get it off.
Rapstar, I'm
Yeah,
going to tell you what the problem is.
go on.
That everybody had their hearts set on Spence and Crawford, and it's not happening. If this was a normal situation where the Spence and Crawford fight hadn't been dangling out there, everybody would be happy with David with Crawford versus
No,
David
nobody gives a
Azavinian.
fuck about David Evanesian and Crawford.
Okay, okay.
Look, I'll tell you why. It's because he's lost to a man like Kavalaskis already. Got knocked out.
He's had a new trainer since then, Carl Greaves from England, and he's improved greatly.
So you're pushing this fight. You're
Absolutely, he's a legitimate contender. Absolutely, 100%.
so your view is because
Don't
Errol
forget
Spence
one
is not
thing. Don't
fighting.
forget one thing. This fight's been pushed Connor Ben's away 4 times, and each time the Eddie Hearns turned it down. Just to let you know. Thank you.
But the man also lost to Lamont Peterson, bro.
So
I mean,
what?
there's no
He was a
threat.
legitimate
There's no
world
threat.
champion.
It's no threat. There's no threat
Okay.
with this guy.
Okay, let Rapstar, before you insult a fight that's going to be a good fight, let the fight play out. Then come back
I
and tell
understand
me,
that.
Rick, you're right. Rick, you were right. Rick, you were right. Jesus, you were right. That's what's going to happen.
So you think this man's going to be a threat for Terrence Crawford?
I didn't say he was going to be a threat. I said it's going to be a good fight. Don't confuse issues now.
All right. So a good fight is somebody who's going to give a competitive fight to
Crawford. It'll be a competitive fight. Terrence Crawford will know he's in a fight.
Okay.
I'm not saying Azavanian's going to win. I didn't say that. I said it's going to be a good fight. It's a legit fight. Yes, Max.
Go on, Max.
Rick, I'm a little torn about this fight. I'm happy that as a Bud fan, I'm happy that he's getting probably the highest. Right, is reported the highest payday ever for him. So, but I'm also concerned that what if injuries happen? What if something happens in the fight and a bone breaks or something like that? Then we have to wait even further for the Spence fight. But
if my mother had balls, she'd be my father.
Okay, true. But okay, so here's my question to you. We as the fans, we were blindsided by this announcement to come so quick.
Why was everybody? Wait, hold it. Why was everybody blindsided? Floyd Mayweather made the announcement. What was it on October 7th? Why are people being blindsided? I'm confused.
Do you have any insight, Rick, as it relates to how this match was made? This is a new app that we haven't heard about, the general public.
The app is backed by an investment group, Silicon Valley investment group, and they have plenty of money, and they're basically, in my opinion, nobody told me this. I think they're using it as a loss leader to take the app to the next level. That's what I think they're doing. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I'll just say this. Let me give a shout out to the Australians in the building. We got a shout out the Americans, the people from England and Europe. We got Rick Glazier in the building. So look, Rick, in your view, you say that Terrence Crawford took the 35% in the beginning of the negotiations. There was a 35%.
No. Not in the beginning. In the beginning, he wanted millions, and then he came down to Heyman made him an offer that Heyman didn't think he was going to take neither than anybody else. So no guarantee at 35%. But if you're going to take that deal, you're entitled to have a veto on expenses. And to see the revenues and see the net profits. And
can you tell the people, when you say expenses, can the expenses be manipulated to millions of dollars?
Well, yeah, they could, because let's just say Heyman owed Jamal Charlo the middleweight a fight, which he does. He hasn't fought in 16 months, and he puts him on the card. He gives him $3.5 million. Well, they don't need that fight on the card, so that would cut into ERROL's profits of his 35% profits. They pay an opponent, let's say $600,000. They pay Jamal. Let's say you pay Jamal $3 million. Well, it's $3.6 million. They don't need that on that show. Okay, so that would be a veto type of situation. So what I'm saying to you, basically speaking, is Terrence Crawford wasn't wrong, okay, on what he wanted. Because if Bob Arum was getting that 35%, he would be entitled to all that stuff. Okay,
So
and by the
yeah,
way,
you
Earl's
go.
not making the final decisions in that area. It would be an attorney that he hires. That would be the attorney that they'd be working with. It wouldn't be Earl. It wouldn't be Terrence making the decision. It would be the attorney. Just to let you know.
Yeah, and I just want to be fair to the YouTubers here as well. The YouTubers seem a little bit very pissed off lately. They are not happy that, especially the American audience,
Well,
they are not.
here's the rap star. Excuse me for interrupting. Okay, but here's the problem.
Mm.
There's so many fights that have been dangled in front of the public's eyes recently that haven't happened. This is one example. The other example is Fury and Joshua, and the list goes on and on. Okay, they thought they were going to get Benavides and Canelo. They thought there's
Fury
just
and
too
Joshua, yeah.
Fury and Joshua. Yeah, there was just a whole bunch of
Tank
fights.
Davis, Ryan Garcia.
Right. There's a whole bunch of fights that haven't happened. And the public's pissed off, and I don't blame
Okay,
them. They're not wrong.
I'm gonna tell you now how the public fucking feel. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Rick. They all public are feeling fucking angry because they feel like bitches. They think that boxing's using the fans, and at the end of the day, the fans feel like the boxers don't give a fuck about them. Can you please tell them that the boxers don't give a fuck about them?
What is that noise? Oh,
Well,
okay. That noise is on my end. That noise on my end. I'm
right.
sorry.
Do
Okay.
the boxers legitimately give a fuck about
So
their fans?
no, I would say some of them care and some of them don't. I think
So
it's a 50-50.
Tell them straight.
Well, I don't think Jamal Charlo cares. Okay. I don't think Demetrius
Crawford don't
Andrade
fucking care.
cares.
Crawford
No,
don't give a
no,
fuck.
that's not true. That's not true.
don't. Well, that's how they feel. They feel
Well,
Crawford don't give a fuck.
I happen to know. I happen to know they're wrong. How's that?
Right. Well,
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. And if people don't want to take my word for it, then I shouldn't be on this show. But I'm telling you that he does care. I would say Jamal Charlo, the 154-pound, cares. I think Canelo cares. I think there's certain fighters that do and certain fighters that don't. I think Sonny Edwards cares. You know, certain guys do and certain guys don't.
Does Tyson Fury care sometimes about what he should do for the fans?
I think as a general rule, yes. I think occasionally no, but as a general rule, I would say he does. Yes.
So at this point, yeah, what I'm gonna say it real. The business of boxing is letting down the fans, is how they feel, and the business of boxing is also being continuous. It's not just Errol Spence Crawford. We just mentioned another half a dozen fights that haven't happened. And the business of boxing is feeling like the fans are feeling let down, and then you want to give them pay-per-views with fights that they're not interested in. So at this point, you got to understand from the fans' point of view. I know you're very business-sided, and you say it how it is, but do you understand the fans' side now?
I listen. I just said it.
Go on.
I just told you. I said to you that the people are this David Azavani and Spence is a good fight. And Crawford is a good fight, but they were looking forward to Spence and Crawford. That's why they're upset. So I do understand what they're saying. Or I wouldn't have said what I did.
Yeah. So you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, the business is what it is. You can't change the business. Terrence Crawford was negotiating different fights at the same time because you can't blame Crawford. Crawford's a businessman. He's not just going to sit there hanging out like a bitch, like thinking,
Right.
oh, I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket. Would you do
Correct.
it? Would you do it?
No,
I know you,
no.
I want to ask the chat. Would anybody in the chat put all their eggs in one basket? Would you do it?
Terrence Crawford did the right thing. He heard that what Floyd said right out of his mouth, and he took the high road and left town.
Yeah, but at this point, Errol Spence looks like he's hanging because now he's left Errol Spence's fight, making $10 million.
That's Al Heyman's problem. That isn't Terrence Crawford's problem.
But that's Errol
That's
Spence
because his
legacy.
representation's got a conflict of interest. That's why. That's a big reason why it happened.
Yeah, but Errol Spence is left hanging now. I mean, Terrence Crawford did smart business. And I'll tell you this, Rick, a lot of people felt that Terrence Crawford didn't have many opportunities being a free agent. Being away from Bob Arum, nobody saw this coming. It just shows we don't know much about the business of boxing.
Well, I'm not saying we didn't see it coming. I had predicted he'd fight David Azavadian, but I actually thought Frank Warren would put the show on in England.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But, on BT Sports over there and then ESPN Plus over here, that's what I looked at it. I didn't think that a company would come out of nowhere. No, nobody knew that. Zero. If anybody said that, they're lying. I
So this
said he'd fight
company though,
David Azavadian or Virgil Ortiz.
yeah, but this app that Terrence Crawford's fighting David Avanesian, it's an app
Mhm.
that they've put. It's a multicultural TV network. It
Mhm.
provides you with TV shows which are for the multiculturals, and it does. That's what it depends on. It never done boxing before.
No, they did some amateur tough man contests.
Right, but nothing on this level of
Nothing on this
professional
level.
boxing.
No, nothing on this level. Of
If you
course not.
check out some of their company infos, you've seen that the annual max turnover was $5 million.
Yeah, no, I understand.
How safe is this kind of like you're in the business? How do you is it true that Terrence Crawford's getting 10 million, or is that just talk at the moment that we
Let's
don't
talk.
know the
Let's
truth?
talk. Let's talk. It's a
So
lot of money.
everybody says it's 10 million because Mike Coppinger said it's 10 million.
No. It's a lot of money, but it's not. That's exaggerated. I don't know where that figure came from. It's an excellent figure, but it ain't 10 million. How's that?
And who is this company that nobody could trust? I mean,
Why can't you trust it?
And they think that it hasn't done a business deal like this before.
So, Bob Arum never did a thing in boxing before he promoted Ali and George Chuvalo.
Yeah, but could this be a Triller situation that it could end up as a disaster?
No, it's not. It's not a Triller situation. No, not at all.
Okay. Oh, so Terrence Crawford obviously must have some people representing him real solid to get.
He's got a New York City attorney representing him, and the people are substantial people that are backing them now. They're Silicon Valley executives and investors. They're big money people. They funded a lot of startup companies and all that kind of stuff, and they're very, very well heeled. And this is basically a startup company, basically. And this I believe is going to be a lost leader for them, but it's going to get their name out there in a big way and get a lot of people going on the app and all kinds of stuff they plan on doing going forward. It's like buying advertising is what they're doing.
So they're using.
What's the difference between this? What's the difference between this and paying 30 seconds for $20 million for 30 seconds on the Super Bowl? This is a better deal.
You've done big fights before. Would you think this is because this is a very very weird deal, like very different.
Well, don't forget one thing.
It's not what we're used to. It's not what we.
Don't forget one thing. Okay, apps in America, these TV networks in America, when they do pay-per-view, it's only in the United States, and they sell little territories off. This is a worldwide app that you can buy it all over the world, the TV, or they're going to sell it to the country. So they're going to sell the TV rights to one of the company TV networks in the UK. So that's what they're probably going to do for the UK, but they're going to distribute this thing around the world. So they're not going to lose what you think they're going to lose. So I'll leave it like that. Yep.
Oh, okay. So you don't think that this could be like some people feel that Triller let down boxing?
I don't see that. I don't put it this way to you. They've already done. I know for a fact they've already done a site survey in Omaha, in the arena there where Terrence has fought before. They already did a site survey, so they've already done their due diligence. So I believe it's going to happen. If they hadn't done their site survey already, I wouldn't be talking like this.
Now, as we know that Terrence Crawford doesn't bring big numbers to the table, he's not a very big sales attraction, as we've seen all the time.
Well, first of all, he's done.
Can I finish though, Rick? Please. He's not a big sales attraction. He's not. He don't do big numbers. So him going onto this new app, how does this benefit?
Well, three things.
And him.
Three things. First of all is the Terrence Crawford fight with Porter outsold the Spence Ugas fight by 21,000 buys. I believe it was. I don't have the figures in front of me. I think it was 21,000 buys, pay-per-view buys. Okay, let's start just right there. Okay, And Crawford's been doing 15,000 people in that arena in Omaha when he was fighting on a regular basis. Now he hasn't fought there in years, so that the people will really come out, I believe.
So you think that this could sell out and people would pay it?
I think that I think it's a no-brainer. It's going to sell out in Omaha. The interest in Omaha is incredible.
My problem is this. I'm in England, but I know
Right.
this, and I've been in boxing for a long time in my life. I would
Okay.
not use Bud Crawford. I'm in businesses. I own multiple businesses. I would not use Bud Crawford. This is my opinion for my
Okay.
first time round coming into boxing.
Okay, well, let me ask you a
One of my
question.
last
Well,
fighters, because
let
he's
me ask
got
you a
one of the
question.
worst personalities. He's got one of the worst personalities is Bud
Okay.
Crawford.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
as a
But let me
salesman,
ask you a question.
I'm just
You're
saying my opinion. Yeah.
well, okay. You said who you wouldn't use. Who would you use?
If I were in America to
Yeah.
use for my app,
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder,
Okay. Not available. It's with Al Heyman. Keep going.
Javante Tank Davis,
With Al Heyman, not available.
Ryan
Keep going.
Garcia.
With DAZN and Oscar, not
I
available.
understand, but you asked me. There's not many people which are free agents.
That's the point.
So then you've only got Bud Crawford.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that's why you're using Bud Crawford, but he's not the marketing tool. He's the worst marketing tool for me.
No, he's an
He is
undefeated
definitely not a
world
marketing
champion.
tool, Rick. He's definitely not.
Okay, well, he'll do just fine. Trust me.
He might do okay, but he's just not that guy to use for
Okay,
your company.
don't forget they're not charging $75; they're charging $39.95. That's a big difference.
Okay, I mean, look, it's very weird. We got a new company coming in. It's called, what's it called, Rick? Black Prime, is it? What's it
Black Time? No, it's a BLK Prime.
called? Prime. Okay.
BLK Prime. Yep.
Okay, so this is their new adventure in boxing, and they're using Terrence Crawford. Good luck to them. Hey, look, the main thing is people are hating on Terrence Crawford. How can you? That one thing I don't understand. You can't blame the man doing the business what worked for him. At
Correct.
the end of the day, he was having
He
multiple
hasn't
fight
fought here.
negotiations.
This is the way I'm going to look at it. Okay, forget about the Al Heyman situation and the Errol Spence situation. Forget that. I've already explained that part. Crawford hasn't fought since November 20th last year. Okay, this is how he makes a living. Does anybody have a problem with him going out and getting an unbelievable payday before the year's out when he hasn't fought since it'll be 13 months since he got in the ring? Anybody that feels that wrong about that is a self-centered fucking prick.
Because the fans don't think like you, Rick.
Well, that's right. And that's why I'm the person I am. And I look at it from all sides. Fuck everybody. Let the man go out and make a living. What he's getting for this fight is generational wealth. There's your answer right there.
But no legacy. No legacy.
No.
So what?
No
Every
legacy.
fight's not a rap star. Every fight's not legacy.
Yeah,
okay?
That's facts.
Okay?
So
I mean, how about this?
Yeah.
Before Porter fought Crawford, this is going to be Bud's toughest fight. Porter's going to be in his ass. When the fight was over, Porter was shot. He was done. Fuck everybody.
It's very simple, everybody. I keep telling the fans this, and they get angry with Rap Star sometimes. I'm going to keep it real. When you fanboy for fighters, it doesn't work. The truth of the truth is, it's fucking business.
That's right.
This is nothing else but business. Just like when you wake up and go make money for yourself, and you selfishly are thinking of what you want to do with your money, this is what these people do. They get business deals. He's not, listen, Terrence Crawford does not give a fuck about you. He gives a fuck about his pocket.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, he gives a fuck about his pocket and his beautiful wife and his children. He don't give a fuck about anything else. It's that first.
Rapstar, let me ask you a question. You're an intelligent guy. Would you rather drive a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, or an Aston Martin, or would you rather drive a Hoopty?
Now, if the Rolls Royce and Bentley were there, and I could have the Aston Martin, wait, I know the Aston Martin ain't a Rolls, but the Aston Martin will give my children and my grandchildren another 20, 30 years of legacy. I might have to think about it very carefully.
Okay, so you wouldn't take the So you wouldn't take the hoopty. So why would Earl? Why would Terrence Crawford take the hoopty? He's taking the high road where the money is. There was no money here. There was no fight. Everybody's got to get off the fucking Crawford's back and get with the program. There was no fight. There was no fight. Al Heyman poo-pooed it, not Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford. Everybody's got to get that. If they don't get it, I feel sorry
So Al
for him.
Heyman lost this fight for the fans. Al Heyman.
No, he didn't lose it. He sunk the ship intentionally. He sunk it intentionally.
No hootie, mate. No hootie. Look, mate. Okay. If Al Heyman lost this fight intentionally, then it goes to show what he's done for some of the most best things for his clients, like Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder, Mikey Garcia, even Amir Khan. Even he's done things for people in England. You're saying that he couldn't represent Errol Spence, but he represented all the rest of them.
A different era. He was playing with the Wide Reed money back then, and he blew it up. Now he's a desperado. Different era, my friend. Different
so now
era.
Al Heyman at this point ain't the Al Heyman which I mentioned to you for
Correct.
everyone else.
Correct.
This Al Heyman's losing money, and he ain't able to put the big fights together.
Well, he was losing money before, but he was OPM other people's money. Different. Now that money's gone, though, and he's got no money. He's got no money. It's just all there is to it. You know, he's pinching pennies now.
Rick, can I ask you a question?
Oh yeah, absolutely, Max. Max, can you identify your last name, please?
Max Garcia, brother. Max Garcia. Out of New York.
Okay, very good.
For you, is there any personal issues between you and Al Heyman? I think I've heard.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. And I guess my follow-up question is, and what happens with Spence now that he can't? Do you think he'll go up?
You're asking me what the mind of another person is. I don't know. I think he's been struggling to make weight for a while. He's been in the same weight class forever. I mean, Terrence is on his third weight class already. What do I think? I think that could he go up to 54? I don't think he's going to go up and fight for a world title as long as the problem is, here's the problem they got. They want Jamal Charlo, the middleweight, to move up to super middleweight, but he's not. So when he moves up, the brother would move up to 160, the Jamal, and then Spence would move into the 154. But the 160 is not playing ball because he didn't get paid for the last fight because he didn't fight. It was a made up injury because the tickets weren't selling and he couldn't get from Showtime what he felt he was entitled to based off of past fights. Heyman tried to cut his money back, so they sunk the fight. So that's what happened. So he's not playing ball.
Look, one thing about Rick, he answers every question. Now the fans are saying Rick Glazier has a personal issue with Al Heyman.
Yeah, but it's not going to cause me. It's not going to cause me to lie.
They thought you would deny it. You do have a personal bad
absolutely,
relationship with
1,000%.
Are you happy to tell the world?
Listen, Al Heyman knows when it's over, so it's good.
So are you happy to tell the world why you and Al Heyman just don't get along?
Oh, he did something in 2001 and 2002 that was absolutely despicable, and back 20 years ago, and I never forget, my friend, never ever. And he's been paying for it ever since in little ways. Okay, like managers calling me up, hey, what should my guy get for this fight? They're offering me 150. I said, sit on 250. Don't take a dime less. Of course, they get to 250, and then the manager sends me a little money. It's always wonderful, you know. So, you know, I have many ways to take funds. You know, I have all those apps. I've got wire transfers coming in. I take checks, and you know what? Every time, it's just a beautiful thing. So, you know, he's probably cost him $5 million over the last 20 years, probably.
How much?
About $5 million. I've probably cost him.
You've cost him, or he cost you?
I cost him
$5 million.
Yep. Yeah, managers call me. What should my fighter get? They're offering me 150. I say sit on 250. My fighter's getting 750. Sit on 900. You'll get it. All those kind of
So
things.
you're like a broker. You're like the guy who tells them how
No,
to.
I'm advising the managers and tell them what to do. And then what they do is they say when they get that figure, they send me $5,000. It depends on how big the difference is. $3,000, 2,500, whatever. It's fun. It's free money.
Rick,
That's
when the
not free. You
PBC,
work for it.
Hold it. Which guy's talking now?
I'm talking. You work for it.
Yeah, of course I work for it.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's always been that you've never given Al a fair shot, is what I've seen in America. I've seen some people say, you don't give. What about what Al has done in boxing? He has
heard
done
that
a lot
before.
in the game.
Al Heyman
Don't you
hasn't
think
done
Al Heyman
anything.
has
Al
bring a lot?
Heyman hasn't done anything good that Bob Arum and Don King didn't do before him. Okay, think about that. Thank you.
Hasn't Al Heyman?
He's blocked more fights. The amount of fights, good quality fights. This is one of them right here. The amount of quality fights that he's blocked is scary.
But he's
Okay,
also bring a lot to boxing, hasn't he?
has he what?
He's bring a lot of big fights. Like it was because of him we had Ruiz versus Joshua. Because of him we had
No,
Mikey
it
Garcia
wasn't. It was
coming
Eddie
over to
Hearn.
DAZN.
No, it's not. It was Eddie Hearn's mistake, is what it did. I told Eddie Hearn in the email, and I'll send you the email. You give me your. I got your email. I
Yeah,
should
you got
send you
my
the email.
email. Yeah,
Right.
send it
I
to me.
should send you what I got. Okay, that I told Eddie Hearn not before the fight was signed with Ruiz who to fight, and he called Don King. I told him to fight what's his name, Trevor Bryan, and I told him to call Don King. Blah blah blah. He called Don King and he never offered the fight to him. They talked about it, never give Don a figure, nothing, and then he went around told everybody that Don wanted too much money. Don never got a figure from him. There's your answer right there.
No, I get you, Rick. And Rick, look, I just want you to know, Rick, this is on the Rap Star Boxing Show. I don't mean to grill you in any way. I appreciate you being here, but we
You're
do
not
need to make
grilling
it.
me at all.
No, but
You're
look,
asking.
I'm
You're
not even
asking.
grilling you. I'm just keeping it real with you.
You're
I
not
hope you
grilling me at all.
realize. Yeah, I hope you
Yeah.
realize that, I like asking all the questions, the tough questions, all kinds of
And that's
questions.
why I'm on this show, because you're entitled to ask questions. You always ask good questions. Now Max had a question. I heard
Go
you
on,
over
Max.
talked him.
And I'm gonna ask the chat. If you've got any questions for Rick Glazier, put it in the chat and I'll highlight it to Rick. Go on.
Yeah, I know you've been in the industry for many years, so you're credible and all those things. But I have a question. Like, when the PBC came on the first scene, everybody was like, "Wow, man, those guys are getting paid over there." All that. What do you think is the downfall of them now with Showtime? What do you think was the downfall of the PBC? Because it looks is going in that direction.
Well, the PBC, Steve Kim. You know Steve Kim? Max.
Max, can you hear him, Max?
Hear him.
Yeah.
Okay, Max. Do you know Steve Kim?
Yeah, we know Steve Kim. I do.
Okay, Steve Kim. I told Steve Kim when the PBC was announced in November of 2014 for March of 2015 was going to be the first show. I told him that modus operandi, that business plan, that model, that business model was a complete failure, and they're going to breeze through that money like an all-time record high. Now, in 50, let's see, how long was it? It was 500. They blew up $511 million in 2.5 years. The 39 million out of the 550, the $39 million, the 39 million was sent back to PBC to hold to a Whiteout Reed to hold off a lawsuit for a period of time. Okay, and at that time to see if they could turn a profit. It was basically fraud. Okay, there was a game. It was either. This is what I have to say. It was either the dumbest business model in history, or a complete fraud, almost like a pyramid scheme. I don't know that. I don't know what went through Al Heyman's head, but it was a model that was going to be a complete failure. Now that's a man that graduated from Harvard Business School, Al Heyman. And that business plan was not going to work. I identified it to Steve Kim right off the bat. Steve remembers to this day. He always says to me, he said, "You were 100% right." Okay, this is why it was going to fail from the start. He was overpaying fighters by millions of dollars a fight to put fights together. Number one, he was okay. He accumulated all the costs. He was buying time on TV. He wasn't getting paid. He was buying the time. Now, here's what the trick was. He had the rights to the advertising, right? Okay, so he figured in his infinite wisdom that he was going to go out and get these sponsors like the networks had. Why would anybody buy airtime for boxing when networks like Fox and NBC can offer them football and NASCAR, which are the two biggest draws on TV? Is football number one and NASCAR number two? Okay, and they could package it in with boxing, with NASCAR, with NFL football and college football and college basketball and all that stuff when Al Heyman only had boxing to offer. Why would any major corporations looking to put out sponsorship dollars do that? They wouldn't. So he was competing with his own networks that he was putting money on. So he was paying them, and then he couldn't get the sponsors. Wow. Does that make sense, Max and Rapstar?
Yeah.
I kind of.
Well, that's why it was. Those are two of the reasons why it was a failure. He was overpaying the fighters millions.
Isn't that what DAZN were doing when they tried to come into the game?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
They tried to bully themselves into the how much they want to pay.
Right. You can't do that. You gotta let.
Well, Bob Arum told Eddie Hearn years ago. He goes, "You might have $1 billion, but you don't know the American market. You will lose money before you make money." And everybody thought Bob Arum was talking shit because he was jealous.
No, not at all.
But he did say that, Rick, didn't he?
I listen. Yeah, absolutely. I've said this about Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's a great UK promoter. It's never translated into the United States as being great. He actually over here he's very mundane.
Chat, Max, they're saying there's people in the chat saying that it's kind of like an Al Heyman smear campaign tonight.
Okay, no. Let's go to the chat now. We're going to talk. Yeah, somebody's saying it's an Al Heyman smear campaign.
Well, let me ask you a question. Okay. I said Earl Spence is not Earl Spence's fault. I said it's one. You want me to blame Earl Spence, and then you?
No, it's not Earl Spence's fault. You said it's nothing to do with.
I just said that. Wait, that's not my point. My point is, if I said it was an Earl Spence problem, not Al Heyman, they would say it's a Earl Spence smear campaign. No, I told the truth. There it is. I always tell the truth. There you go.
You said that Errol Spence wants to fight.
I absolutely. You misunderstood what I said. Correct. I said that.
Let me just ask you this. Now the people are talking directly to you all over the world. Can we get to them?
Do what you want. It's your show.
All right. So let's get to the people. We got Third Eye Historian. He says, "There's three sides to every story. Sometimes I don't tell the truth if it makes me look bad. In boxing, everybody doesn't tell the truth if it makes them look bad." What do you think about that?
Remember, I have no financial interest in this whatsoever. That's why I can tell the truth. Thank you.
All right, we go to Go Flow. Go Flow says Rick Glazier wanted Eddie to be block Al Heyman fighters from big fights, doing what he claims Al Heyman do.
What's that?
You saw it. Can you see it?
No, I can't. What does he say?
He says Glazier wanted Eddie Hearn to block Al Heyman fighters.
No. False, because Andy Ruiz is. When I wrote the letter, Andy Ruiz, his name was not even in the mix. There was no names out there. I just suggested a fighter. That's not true. Thank you.
Right. So Peter says the truth is yes or no question. It's either true or it's not. Okay. Angry Mexican says if Al is so bad, why do all the top fighters he has love him? Why do they have their babies named after him?
Because like Leo Santa Cruz did, because that was then, this is now, and he was overpaid everybody with all that money from Wyatt L. Reed, and he can't do that anymore. They're not naming babies after him anymore. That was then, this is now.
All right, we got Con in the building. Con says, Rick, is there any truth to the reports about Crawford offer being regulated to 35% split, but 35% of the net gross?
No, of the net profit, you mean? And there's no such thing as net gross. Net profit, yes, yes, that was the number. Thank you. Yep.
So my question is this now, Rick. People have made a big thing out of Terrence Crawford asking Al Heyman that he'll do the fight, but give me the expenses, and I want to be transparent. Why is expenses such a big thing for Terrence Crawford? Can you tell the world
Because
what can the expenses? Yeah, but
I already
there's a
said
new
it
lot of
earlier.
people now. There's a
Because
whole bunch of new people.
they could put on rummy fights for $4 million on the undercard that they don't need, like Jamal Charlo, and pay him $3 million, and the other guy five or 600,000 to fight him, and all of a sudden you don't need that. And then Terrence Crawford, you put that fight on where you can put a $300,000 fight on, a $400,000 fight, so that fight, for instance, would cost $3 million. Additional over 500,000, let's just say, and Terrence Crawford beating 1,050,000 out of that fight. That's why. That was what it would cost him on his 35%.
So because the expenses goes around the whole Broadway of every different expenses.
Correct. He's working on net profits, 35%.
So Crawford has every right to ask Al Heyman.
100%. Just like Bob Arum would, just like the Fury. What was it called? The Fury Wilder fights, fights two and 3. When what's the name was involved, it was absolutely, that's the way it was. It was 50-50.
Okay,
yep.
I get you. So at this point, at the end of the day, the business of boxing is the business of boxing. It doesn't matter what the fans think. It doesn't matter what Errol Spence wanted.
Well, it does matter what the fans think. It does matter what the fans think, because they're the ones that are paying. I disagree with that, but
but in reality, it doesn't matter. No,
it does matter.
It don't matter.
It does matter. It matters, but in certain situations, the business overcomes the sport. In certain situations, the sport overcomes the business.
And, you know, at this point, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Errol Spence wanted or thought he was going to get. His representative couldn't give him the deal that Crawford wanted.
Correct.
So at the end of the day, Crawford was making
all Crawford wanted was fairness and the financials of the fight, in the terms of the transparency and the expenses, and Heyman wouldn't give it to him. So what does that tell you? There's no question that they were together on how much he was going to get paid. 35%. That's not in dispute. It was all the extras after that they were a part on, all the honesty and dishonesty things.
My problem is this, though. This was such a big fight for the American fans and the people internationally, you know, and this is why people are not so interested in the David Avanesian fight now. That's why the fans are really downplaying. The fans are downplaying it. The fans are downplaying it.
That's what you call blowback, okay? Yeah. And I get it. I completely get it, and I sympathize with all those people that actually thought they were getting Spence and Crawford, but don't blame the fighters.
So you can't blame Crawford for this opportunity.
No, and I can't blame. I'm not blaming Earl Spence. It's Al Heyman. He has a conflict of interest.
Wow. So here we go, everybody. Rick Glacier says Al Heyman's the main blame for this fight not to really happen. It's not even like we were thinking it was Showtime, maybe.
Nah.
You know, we thought Steven Espinoza wasn't, you know, maybe being able to fund the fight to the money.
That may be true. That may be a possibility that could have been true, but it doesn't stand the figure.
No, I hear you. So look, I'm going to just keep it moving for a second now, right? There's a man from Australia, Rick, and a man from Australia said that people can sleep on me. I don't give a fuck. He turned around and said today, I am going to shock the world. And the fans actually don't believe him. Has this kid, can he shock the world against the undisputed champion in your country, Jamal Charlo, Tim Tszyu?
Tim Tszyu is capable of winning. I'm not saying he's going to win. He is capable of winning. He's a good fighter. He's a complete fighter. He's been brought along properly. And I can see him winning, but I'm not saying he's gonna win. But he's capable of winning, yes. Don't forget Jamal Charlo. He might be weak making the weight because he's been off for a long time. By the time they get in the ring in January, you don't know how it's going to affect them. So we'll see how it affects him.
Yeah,
You don't
man. I
know.
mean, the kid's hungry. The kid reckons he's gonna try and.
Remember Lloyd Hunnigan and Donald Curry.
Yeah,
Hello.
when Lloyd Hunnigan was just before my time though, Rick. But Lloyd
Mm-hmm.
Hunnigan shocked the world. He came as one of the biggest underdogs, and he came and beat the pound for pound fighter Don Curry.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Why?
So
Because Curry couldn't make the weight anymore. He drained himself so bad he couldn't make the weight, and he made the weight barely, and he paid for it dearly in the fight.
yeah, I met Lloyd Hunnigan not long ago, Rick. Actually, I was in a charity boxing match. I was sponsoring it,
Nice.
and to be honest with you, he's gone. He looks a bit different now, totally. But I told him, I said, yeah, I watched that back, and he was very impressed. Like I told him about the fight. But yeah, man, that was his rise to fame, wasn't it, Lloyd Hunnigan? He came in
Yeah,
bet.
and the same thing could happen here. That the Donald Curry could. I mean, Jamal Charlo could barely make 54, and he could be completely, dried out. And who knows? He runs out of gas. Tim Tszyu is a real fighter. He's
No,
not
he's a
just some
real
fighter's
fighter. He's
son.
been doing good. He's been doing good. He showed some good attributes on him when he beat Dennis Hogan better than the Charlos did. But
Hmm.
he's been very dominant. He beat Jeff Horn up. He knocked out Jeff Horn better than even Terrence Crawford did. But that was at
Right.
154, right?
Right. Hmm.
So we also know that he's the best of Australia that they got now. So he's proven that he's one of the best for his country. So he's doing his dad proud. Is it his dad's DNA? Is he another Conor Ben, a Chris Eubanks? We're gonna see.
No, he's better. He's better than those guys.
Nah, Conor Ben, we don't know how good he is yet. We don't. We don't know. I know that
Well,
we're
no.
overlooking
He's
him.
better than Chris. Yeah, right. You're right. No,
Yeah,
you're
we
right.
don't know how
You're
good
right.
Conor Ben is. We don't.
Right. But
Chris
we don't know how.
Eubanks.
You're right. We don't know how he's going to be out without steroids. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. Now I ain't seen you since then. That steroid thing's gone a bit weird now. Now they're saying that Eddie Hearn knew about the fight and he was looking to push to make that fight. At this point, they're saying it's the British Boxing Board of Control too. Have you heard anything else since the last time we spoke to you?
I haven't heard too much. No,
Right.
it's like that. It was like that was then. This is now, and let's move forward.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Did you watch the Deontay Wilder fight?
What fight?
The fight he had with Hellenius.
I said what fight?
The fight that where he knocked him out. Now look, Deontay Wilder knocked the guy out. I mean, a lot of people see it's fixed. They said the fight was
It
fixed.
wasn't fixed. It wasn't fixed.
No, so
That's ridiculous.
you think the guy took a dive though?
No, absolutely not. He was hit to the canvas, and that was the end of that. Did he show any effort? No, but he wasn't a dive.
Yeah, I hear you. So look, a lot of people were disappointed though. They said it was just a little right tap, you know. Just they didn't think it was like, they thought it was staged. They did.
Listen. Both his losses before he was knocked out by non-punchers. Okay,
Mm.
Hellenius. So
Yeah.
and Wilder's a puncher. So there's your answer right there.
All right, so what do you think about Deontay Wilder? I'm gonna ask the chat. What does everybody think about Deontay Wilder's got a new album out? He's a pop star now. He just made a new song. Have you heard it?
No, and I have no interest to hear it. I don't even listen to the guy.
Well, Deontay Wilder just made a new song. It's out there, people.
When he said I want a body on my record, he lost me forever.
Well, he's been saying that for a long time, but now he's changed.
Well,
He's
that's
not like that
why
anymore,
I said
Rick.
that. I said that. He lost me forever. I know it was a while ago, and he's lost me forever. I have no interest at all.
Okay, so you don't really take much interest in Deontay Wilder, then the American
No,
ex-heavyweight world champion.
no, none at all. Zero. Hey,
Wow.
Max.
Go on, Max.
Max
is just gone missing for a bit. He'll be back. What do you want to ask Max?
Okay. Nothing.
Okay, yeah. You know,
I
so
didn't hear him breathing. I wonder what was going on.
so look, hey, look. At the end of the day, what you looking forward to coming up at the end of this year? Then, I mean, did you see the women fight? How do you feel about Carissa
No,
Shields?
no, I didn't. I don't watch women's boxing. What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Hanukkah. I'm looking forward to Christmas. I'm looking towards New Year's Eve, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to Sonny Edwards' fight.
Mm.
That's what I'm looking for. Looking forward to right now.
Well, Rick, I gotta say this, mate. I'll tell you this, man. You know, you at least are very vocal. You feel, you know your stuff, and you're in boxing. So at the end of the day, you just say it in a certain way. Fans do feel a certain way though about Terrence Crawford now. They just
They,
do. They
that's
just do.
that's their bit. Listen, I'm not looking to change anybody's mind.
No.
Okay, that's their business. How they feel is their business.
They feel
I
that
know what
Terrence
happened. I'm
Crawford,
happy
this is
with that.
what they feel. All the channels, you can go and see all the channels. There's so
Don't
many
matter.
channels. They're downplaying
Don't matter.
Crawford. Crawford is a guy that just used business. He's not interested in legacy.
That's not
These are
true.
the kind of stuff that's going on. But look,
Rapstar, this is why everybody's wrong. You ready?
yeah.
Okay, he hired two different attorneys to make this deal. When the first one couldn't make it, he brought a second one in. He retained two attorneys. Okay, the third thing is what Floyd Mayweather said. Floyd Mayweather said the fight wasn't happening. Okay, so everybody, okay, and he said it from the he said it from the PBC side. I'm with PBC. I'm part owner, and this is what he said. Well, guess what?
Mm.
Do you think that Terrence Crawford was going to stand around and beat his meat? Okay, no, he hightailed it out of there and went for the consolation prize. I have nothing but respect for that.
Look, at the
Okay,
end of the day, business is business. How can you
correct.
not respect a man who's gonna make sure his business is correct? Now, he took money with an app that nobody's heard of, but this is the business move that he made, right? Now, people are comparing it to maybe Tiafimo with Triller, but Rick says this is a different platform.
This
This
is
is a
a whole different. This is a whole different thing altogether. This is you know, it's not a comparable thing. It really is not.
and people think the fighter that the man has been going for the legacy and actually wanted the fight, which was Errol Spence. Now he's left hanging while Crawford's made a fight that fans
Yeah,
are
but
saying they're not
he's left
interested in it.
hanging. He's left hanging as his own man, Al Heyman. He needs new representation. You can't blame. I'm not blaming Crawford for this. Okay, and people think he got left hanging. He got left hanging by his own guy, his own advisor, Al Heyman, because of his conflict of interest. It's so
Wow.
blatant. It's what the listen.
Because
Terrence Craw. I
we
mean,
all think from England, Al Heyman was one of the biggest guys in boxing. Like he makes fights. I
well,
don't
why is
know.
he? What happened to his ITV deal over there?
Just like your deal with Frank Warren that didn't go through. The same with him. It didn't go through.
No, it did go through. Both of our deals went through. I just happened to end it because of George Warren. But his deals went call. He was told to go back to the United States by somebody and not come back. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Thank you.
Oh fuck. Hey, look, man, we always felt that Al Heyman was one of these big influencers. I know a man who actually does business with Al Heyman through another guy who brings fighters in from Puerto Rico, Rick. And I know
Yep.
another guy who brings them in from Mexico, and he knows another. I'm not going to call names, but very, very big men in boxing who deal with Al Heyman. So he's
Mhm.
also spoke to Al Heyman on the phone, and they speak to me. And one thing that I've not known, how you said it today on Rapstar, is that Al Heyman is basically broke. You're saying that the money behind Al Heyman, the funding, the
I'm not. I didn't say Al Haim was broke. Not
so
what I
what's
said.
going on then? What is going on? You said that
Al Haim is not putting his own money in the PBC. He's looking for fresh money. That's all there is to it. The PBC's running on fumes. Al Heyman personally is not broke. I didn't
but he
say
had a
that.
hedge funding.
He blew that 550 million up years ago.
Oh, really?
He blew that up. He blew that up halfway through. Let's see, 2018. At the end, right at the beginning, right around 2018, he blew it up. He got that money in 2.5 years. It was gone.
But have you noticed everybody until this day with Errol Spence and Crawford hasn't happened? Every fighter has been so happy with Al Heyman, who've even come
Well,
to our
that was
channels,
that I just
even
said.
come to our channels and said, "Yo," and
Well,
these are fighters
Here's
who say
why.
that Al Heyman has changed some of
Here's
their
why.
lives.
Here's why.
Why?
Okay, they had the hedge fund money, but Al Heyman has a thing in his contracts called the disparagement clause, where you can't talk bad about Al Heyman, PBC, or any affiliates, associations, networks, servants, and employees of any of Al Heyman companies or Al Heyman himself. So they can't talk bad about anybody. Okay. That's the problem. That's why nobody says anything. They have to thank Al Heyman after the fights. It's all in his contracts. I've seen the Al Heyman advisory agreements. So there you go. There's your answer. Contracts. I've seen.
I do. Look, I gotta appreciate it, Rick. At the end of the day, you know the business. People, do you know what I think it is, Rick? Can I be fair with you? This conversation is good for people in boxing behind the scenes, but people don't like hearing it. You know, when you see the fans, yeah, the fans hate it because there's so much strategic business of boxing, and it looks like business is basically slapping them in the face. They're making the fans look like bitches out here, Rick. This is how they feel.
And the fans aren't wrong. I
They're
agree
not
with the
wrong, are
fans.
they?
Nope, they're
Okay,
not.
we got someone from Australia. Mirage, what's happening, mate? Well, you stay right there because I can't hear you. Look, Rick, at the end of the day, it is a slap in the face. This is a big slap in the face. Where look, I've seen the American fans, they've been speaking about this for 2 years every single day, Rick. They've made 10, 15, 20 channels just in the United States speaking about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. This is a big thing for some of these fans, it was. And they now are feeling gutted. And they're blaming what they want to blame. But it just is a time where business of boxing is the business of boxing. It doesn't matter what the fans give a fuck about.
Yep, it's sad but true. Listen, I was a fan of boxing before I ever got into business, but there's a huge difference between the sport and the business. The sport is the fighters, the trainers. That's the sport. The business is everybody else. That's is the promoters, is the matchmakers, the agents. You know, the advisors. Some managers are in the business, some are in the sport. But the truth of the matter is, the sport and the business are totally two different things. And lately, the business has overrun the sport. It used to be the sport overran the business. It's not
Yeah,
that way anymore. And I'm
yeah.
sad to say that, but that is the truth.
It is what it is.
Hey,
And
what's
then,
happening? What's happening?
Who's
yeah, how
that
you
now?
doing? How you doing, Mirage? Mirage is from Australia. Yeah, Mirage, you got a
Hey,
question?
Hey, yeah, Rick. I've been heard you defending Crawford here for the last hour or so.
I'm not
Yeah, you're
defending
defending
Crawford.
him.
I'm not
You are.
defending Crawford at all. I'm just stating what the facts are. I
So
have no association with Terrence Crawford.
then,
Okay,
how do you know
zero.
he hired lawyers? How do you know he hired all these lawyers to try to make this fight? I'm curious.
I know both of them.
You know
Okay,
both the
okay.
lawyers.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Once
so
from
Isn't that
now
still
what,
one is
Mirage?
confidential? Isn't that confidential?
one is from Chicago, and the other one is New York. The Chicago guy started out okay. It
Mm.
got convoluted with Heyman. He brought the other guy in, and then the other guy closed the deal with BLK Prime.
So why isn't Crawford making this public? Because everybody's blaming him. Why isn't he
Does Crawford
exposing?
ever talk? Does Crawford ever talk? He talks cryptic. If you see his tweets
But
on Twitter,
why would he talk cryptic? Why not be
because
obvious,
that's his style.
blatantly?
That's his style. Rap Star said it earlier. He's got no personality.
No, but he's
Okay,
getting
he's not.
criticized here by the
Crawford's
whole
got no
boxing community.
personality, bro.
He
He got
doesn't.
no personality.
He doesn't care. He's not that kind of guy.
He doesn't care about his reputation at all,
No,
really?
he doesn't look at it that way. He's put money on the food on the table for his. I mean, sorry,
Uh,
food on the table
Crawford's
for his
about
family.
money. Crawford's about
Right.
business first,
Thank you.
then
Thank you.
yeah,
legacy.
I'm skeptical because all it would take, I
I mean,
mean,
Rick's telling you the truth.
he's
Crawford's
supposed to be
about business
he's
first
supposed to be
and
pound for
legacy
pound,
next.
And he just doesn't care that everybody's shitting on him.
Every
He just
single
doesn't care.
fight.
I'm skeptical.
Listen, Murad,
Skeptical, Rick.
Murad, every single fight that Arum
Mirage
had.
is hurt about this fight, Rick.
Are you
He's
telling
hurt.
Porky Pies, Rick, or can we trust you
What
on
do you
this?
mean?
I don't
You
know.
got to speak right here. This is Rick Glacier, Mirage.
Okay,
He's in the
hold it.
business.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Go on.
Every single fight that he had with Arum as a welterweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight, it was never about who the opponent was. It was always about how much money. Okay, I know one instance that they offered Crawford this, and he said, "No, I want to fight for more money than that. Get me a better opponent." So there you go. Okay, so that sort of like sinks the ideas. It's about money.
It's all about money.
Well, that's
at the end of the day.
that's a problem, because
Crawford's
if
not
you're,
about legacy right now.
well, he should be, and if he's not, we can blame him for that. We can blame him for putting money ahead of the sport, ahead of the fans. We can criticize
It's
him.
a business.
No,
He's
no.
a fighter. He puts money on
Who
the
made it a business? These sellout pretend fighters. They don't want to fight the proper top fighters, so we're going to blame them. This is not. We're not letting him off the hook here like you are, Rick. Crawford's a pussy.
Okay.
He avoided the fight.
Mirage, you're very hurt about it.
He did not avoid the fight.
This is for greatness. This is for undisputed.
No, he did not avoid
But
the
he
fight.
don't.
Heyman
Rick
made
just
it
told you he
possible.
don't give a fuck about that. It's about the business for his children and his wife first.
But that's his choice. Just that doesn't mean it's correct.
What
That
Rick's
doesn't mean
telling
it's
you,
right.
Mirage, is that
So hold it. I gotta wait on this conversation.
How old is
I
Terrence
gotta
Crawford?
wait. I gotta wait on this conversation. You ready,
Go on,
Murad?
mate.
Okay.
Go on, mate.
If you put yourself in Crawford's shoes, he wouldn't let him
I'm
look
taking
at the
35%, and I'm beating that ass. I'm beating Spencer's
hold
ass.
it. Hold it.
I'm the fucking man.
Time
That's
out.
how I roll.
Time
Can
out.
you chill, Mirage?
Time
You gotta
out.
speak properly.
Time out. Would
Come
you
on.
take it that deal? And the guy says you have no veto on the expenses and you can't see the revenues.
Just give me my 10 mil, whatever I'm going to get, because he was going to get a shitload of money. Let's not pretend he was getting pocket change. He was getting a lot of money. That's enough.
That's not what happened.
That's enough for undisputed. Okay, how much was he offered? How much was he offered for that fight? Do you know?
0. 35% of the gross. Other than that, I'm sorry, the net.
So what do you think that would be like in terms of dollars? Because it'd be a big fight, right?
Okay. How much would it have been?
Would it be more than that bum he's fighting next?
No, wouldn't have been.
No. How is that possible? This guy, nobody knows who that
because
is. He's a fucking bottom 10 fighter, and he's going to get more for that than the biggest fight in boxing. How is that fucking true?
Because what's his name? Avzavani is not fighting for millions, and they got to pay a Spence millions. That's why.
How's that fight's not going to make revenue? 20 people are going to watch that fight. 20 people max.
Okay, well, listen, since I know numbers and people ask me to do budgets for them and I do revenue projections for people, I know more than you do. I'm sorry to say that to you. Okay?
So Crawford versus Avanesian is going to do more revenue than
Crawford
versus
No, but I didn't say that. Okay, I didn't say that. I said they're able to pay Crawford good money because they don't have to pay Adzavanian a lot of money. Okay, where you got to pay both fighters a lot of money the other way. I'm positive that Spence was not getting 65%. I guarantee Heyman was guaranteeing him $12.5 million versus the 65%, something like that. Okay,
even if we accept that, if you are the top pound for pound, 35 years of age, and you choose to fight this nobody over the other top pound for pound for your legacy,
the fight wasn't happening.
You're not a real fighter. You're not a real fighter.
The fight wasn't happening. Floyd Mayweather said it wasn't happening. Don't you remember? Or you have a selective memory, you dumb bastard.
So Floyd's making the decisions. Floyd Mayweather's making the decisions now.
He said it, representing PBC. He says, I'm part owner of PBC. That's not happening. He said it. Maybe next year. Maybe. Stop jerking off.
What was his reason for saying that? Is that
because it wasn't happening? Floyd Mayweather, Tim Smith, don't open up their mouth unless it comes from Al Heyman. Stop already.
Hang on. Obviously, it's not happening after Crawford rejected the deal. That's what they're talking about. That's what
You're
they're talking about.
incorrect. Crawford was in tow. Okay? Then he heard Floyd talk.
Oh, so they came across and just vetoed it now. So all this talk and build up for months about making the fight, that was all a charade.
No, that was a charade on Heyman's part, not Earl Spence.
Okay, look, I'm hearing a lot of fucking obfuscation and hot air and excuses. To me,
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
buying this. I think Crawford, he got too greedy. He wanted more money. He didn't want
He
to test
didn't want
himself.
more money. He agreed to 35%. They couldn't get together on the rest of the contract
No,
on the
Accept
clauses
that.
of.
Accept that as well. Accept it. He should have accepted it.
Okay, yeah, okay,
This
okay.
is for
But the
undisputed.
problem here is,
You're getting a
shall
lot
I
of money.
intervene again?
I'm
Shall
not
Rapstar, I
accepting
gotta go.
excuses.
Rapstar, my time's not wasted. Okay, I gotta
Okay,
go.
well, let
So
me
I
just say
ran
this.
Rick Glacier out of the room
Rick,
officially.
No, you didn't run me out
no,
of it.
no,
You're
no, no,
too
no,
stupid.
wait.
You're
Come
not
on,
in the
Mirage.
business.
I'm
You
just
don't get
getting
it, you
warmed
warmed
dumb
up, Rick.
bastard.
I'm just getting
Mirage.
warm.
Rick, look. Do you want me to just call it, yeah? Are you out?
Get him off the phone.
Get him off the phone, yeah? Okay. I mean, look, at the end of the day, Rick, I don't want to be putting people here if you feel disrespected, you know what I mean? It's not about that. We're trying to
Listen,
speak boxing
all you
here.
got to know is this.
You know, I don't
Floyd
want
Mayweather said the
Mirage,
fight from the PBC side, which represents Spence, the fight wasn't going to happen. Okay?
Yeah.
Terrence Crawford moved on. Stop blaming Crawford. These dumb bastards.
Well,
Jesus
this is what's
Christ.
happened to the fans. I think they've been emotionally invested.
That has nothing to do with reality. Okay? The
Yeah.
reality is that Floyd Mayweather said, on, I believe it was October 7th, it ain't happening. Okay. It ain't happening. It may happen next year. You think
Well,
Crawford was going to sit around and not make any money? Fuck
yeah.
that.
So let me just tell everybody this. If you guys want to come here and you want to debate about Crawford and why it's not happening and why did it not happen,
Well, I'm
give a
ending it
fuck.
tonight. This is the last time we're going to talk about this subject.
Yeah.
If
Rick
people
Glazier
aren't
says that the
if
fans
people aren't believing me, they don't have to believe me. I don't need to change your mind. I'm fine.
I think this has happened to them from before over the Deontay Wilder. They didn't care what people said anymore. Did you not notice that?
What about Deontay Wilder?
It's just happening where fans don't care when it's something they got in their mind for Wilder. They don't want to hear nothing else about anybody else.
Well, okay, that's their business.
Right,
okay?
Fans. This is the fans.
They're not in
but
reality.
this is the fans from your side of the world. This is the fans from America, mate.
Well, offer me my condolences. I live in the same country as those stupidos.
Hey, they've become. It is what it is. They're calling Crawford a fucking all the duck words, and they're really, really emotionally upset. They're pissed off. Fans have had enough, Rick. They're getting really, really.
And what did I tell you earlier? I don't blame them.
Yeah,
they're not wrong.
But
don't
wrong.
blame Crawford.
Don't blame Crawford about this situation.
No.
But you know, people feel that Crawford at least could have given him a bigger fight. That's because being the pound for pound number one guy.
Let me tell you
number
this.
Number 2 guy, number 3.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
That network, that app, the people, they offered him Azavanian. He didn't offer Azavanian to them. Keep that in mind. This is what we're paying, and this is who you can fight. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, I want to say this to the fans as well right now. You know, you keep saying, "Oh no, why can't we ask these questions?" Or someone said, "No, bring that guy back." Now listen. If Rick Glacier says you don't respect what he's saying to you guys, and you guys are emotionally invested into the fight so much, and he's telling you they don't give a fuck, the fight's not happening. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. If he's telling you don't blame Crawford because he feels that Crawford's got to make the biggest opportunity in his business for his children and his wife. So why are you guys so upset about that? Now that I need to talk about. Why are people so angry that Crawford's making 10 million or 7 million or 8 million on an app that you don't care about? I mean, why does that upset you? Because you never got the fight that you really wanted. It's because you never got the fight you wanted. So now you're going to downplay everything. You're done with Crawford. That's how you feel.
I'm going to tell everybody that the the Crawford Azavanian fight is going to be a very, very good fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, Rick says it's going to be a better fight that you're giving it credit for.
Much better.
Rick Glazier said it's going to be a better fight than you're going to give it credit for, man.
I said
And
much
look, man,
better
look,
fight.
look. I'm not going to let people come over here. And we can't just let come over here and then argue with Rick and then you wanna start. Is a guest on the fucking show. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You want me to have you guys coming over here and speaking to him in a certain way that he's telling you that's his opinion. I mean, Rick, I gotta keep it real. I don't know why they want me to let people come on here like that Mirage, who really doesn't agree with you like that. I mean, I'm trying to keep it real. I'm trying to say it's not free smoke with Rick Glazier here.
Well, he's saying,
You know what I'm saying? We're having an interview here, mate. Go on.
what he's basically saying is he's calling Terrence Crawford out, and he is not listening to the facts. The Floyd Mayweather statement was very telling. That's all that, okay? That's all you need to know. That's the bottom line to the whole story.
And what do you motherfuckers want me to do? You
That's
don't
exactly
agree
right.
with Rick today. You don't agree with Rick today, but you agreed with him last time. You agreed with him the time before. And just because it's not what you want to hear today, you're coming at, you know what I mean? Oh, Rick, he's telling you the fucking facts though as well. Keep it real. He's telling you that he had an opportunity. He took that fight and said, fuck everything else. What is the man supposed to do? He was getting,
exactly right.
Look, at the end of the day, you're getting money for a fight for your family. So what do you want me to do? Let guests come over here, disrespect Rick Glazier, which comes and gives Rapstar all the time, answers most of the questions. So you want me
every
to let
one
my
of them,
guests,
not most
let me
of
get
them,
it off.
every question.
You want me, now this is what they want me to do. You want me to let people come in and disrespect our guest. So why are people going to come from boxing over here? If you want me to let people come over here and disrespect guests. But go on, Rick, carry on.
Well, listen, Rapstar, it's always a pleasure. I'm gonna hit the road here. It's getting late. I'm gonna get a few hours of sleep before I start my business day at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I enjoy being on your show. Okay,
Yes,
and just because you had a mental lummox on,
So what
don't.
are these new fans that you're gonna probably have to find a name for the ones that never got the fight for Crawford and Errol Spence this year?
Well, I have a name for Earl Sexuals. Earl Sexuals. That's a good one.
Shit, the Errol Sexuals is going crazy, yeah?
Yeah, Earl Sexuals. But listen, I'm gonna let you guys roll for the night. It was a pleasure, Max. It was a pleasure if you're still there. And in the meantime, as I'm as close as a phone, Rapstar. If you want me on your show again this week, let me know. But don't put any
I'm gonna catch up with you. There's something really good coming up. So next week, there's gonna be some stuff I want to chop up with you because I'm gonna have some guests coming in. And then after them guests, I want to talk to you. So we'll be seeing you next week.
Okay, well, let me know. Okay, I'm here, always here for you.
But
okay,
let me tell you this now: it's always exclusive. When Rick Glazier comes over here, it's the most exclusive shit, and he'll tell you as it is. You gotta respect that about Rick Glazier. Rick, I always respect you for coming and supporting Rapstar. I respect everybody really, but I didn't want to let it get stupid.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'll catch you later, mate.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. And look, my brethrens, I can't just let you guys come over here and start swearing at him. And you know what I mean? If you don't agree with him, he's not one to be the YouTuber. You might as well just say, Rapstar, let's get your guests right and let's just free smoke them. If you don't want them on here and you don't want them to come over here, then it's cool. But where the boxing people are still coming, whether you still don't agree, it's not my fault. I can't let the man go crazy at Mirage and he's losing his blood pressure and everything's gone mad. I mean, at the end of the day, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to get Mauricio Suleiman's coming next? You want me to get the WBC and grill them, do you? So they never come over here again. You know, we get respect from boxers. They come over here, they're looking now. What you want us to do? Disrespect the boxers and disrespect everybody coming in? Look, at the end of the day, you don't have to agree with the man. You don't have to agree on everything he says, but we got to keep it some way asking questions real. Mirage gonna take it to another level, saying, "Oh, you're a dick," and you know, disrespect the man. So he's gonna get a little bit, you know what I mean, aggy. And he's the man who's coming over here to give you the talk. So come on, man. If you want me to disrespect people, just say, "Yo, disrespect people," right? If they're coming over here to support the channel and give you their insight, you don't agree with what most people say. You can't let the guest get free smoke like that. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Mirage is not speaking at us. But Rick did go into Mirage though. Rick went in. Yo, fucking hell. That shit was deep. You know what I'm saying? That shit was deep. But yo, here's the link. And what can I say to you guys? If Terrence Crawford is getting a fight and making money for his family, and he's getting 10 million or just under 10 million, are you supposed to now slander Terrence Crawford every day? Because he getting money for this fight with David Avanesian. Now, Terrence Crawford did his business. It's business. Isn't that what Rick Glazier said? It's business. At the end of the day, it's business. And look, I don't care what anybody thinks. Business is business, though.
So you're defending all the bullshit
No,
well,
shut the fuck
Rapstar.
up, Mirage. I'm letting you come back here. Don't forget, I'm not coming on yours. You're always welcome here. But when you're grilling him in that way and you're constantly grilling, he's saying, "Man, I'm running away. So what do you want me to do?"
I'll take the win. It's fine. I'll take the win.
I'm not here to grill him and constantly letting you talk to him in a way that he's not feeling like he can talk to you.
But for
So
booting me, you got to
he's still the
down
guest,
thumb.
though, innit?
You got to
Yeah,
thumbs
but he's
down
still
today.
he's still the guest on the show.
You got to thumbs down today. I'm just telling you.
So
You
if
gotta
you don't want
dislike.
me, if the boxers come on in next and you don't agree with the boxers, you want to talk to them in a way that I'll give you opportunity, but you can't be a gentleman to talk to him, that you need to talk to him in a way that it's not going right with you and him.
I thought I was being cool with him. I don't even know what's wrong.
I don't know, you probably started to downplay all his,
They can't take the
downplay
Aussie
him a
banter.
bit as well, didn't you?
They can't take a bit of heat.
But anyway, let's get everybody in the chat, bro.
So this bullshit about it's a business.
Punch, what's happening, bro?
Rapstar boxing knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Punch is going to back me up anyway.
No, let me just, Mirage, you're not, wait, Punch. Mirage, you're always welcome, bro. I even let you come and speak to boxers when I know you're trolling sometimes. I'm going to let you come. But you got to talk in a way. You got to talk in a way, yeah, that you get the best answers. By downplaying his faults in the straight attack, the way that you speak to him, like the way you said,
yeah, man,
you're telling, what did you, look, you're telling him, you speaking porky pies. He's obviously, it's not going to work. You need to get the right answers.
I just asked him. I didn't accuse him. I just saying.
No, but the way you're disrespecting people, I got to try and make it where you can get the best answers instead of disrespecting him.
Yo.
You know what I mean? What's happening, Third Eye?
I respect everything about the business and all that. It's just a lot of stuff that was said.
But can we get to you, Third Eye, my brother? Can we get to Punch and then you and Mirage?
All right.
Because we got my brother Punch here in the building too. Go on, Punch.
What's good, Rapstar? I understand what you're saying, but I also understand the Mirage. I don't feel like the Mirage disrespected Rick Glazier. I think that when Rick Glazier is not,
but the guest asked me to please, can you let him go? So
no. I understand that because I understood it when I had Senior and you grilled him and I almost
you asked me to back off.
No. Yeah, no. I didn't even ask you to back off. I just saved him from that from that grilling. Yeah. I've given you, that was just that one time. But you had the pleasure to go at him with Josh Taylor and stuff like that. What if that?
But that time, Punch, we were different. You were telling me to come. You were telling me to come.
Wait, right. Yeah. And it was probably the best epic, shit, right? Okay, all right.
Ever.
So I'm gonna say, so I say this: Rick Glazier has been on record on every channel saying he wants all the smoke, right or wrong.
Yeah, but he didn't come for that today. He told me.
No, but what I'm saying is, if he understands that this is that he's allowed to answer any question and would like to and will be on the panel with anybody, like Max was on the panel. I've been on the panel. A lot of people been on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Because he feels like whatever he's saying is the Bible and is the truth. Right, but the thing is about Rick, he does not lead. He don't like to be challenged. He likes to be the only insider in boxing. So when they challenge him with some real questions, he then acts like, what's the first thing he'll say? You're not in the business. It's almost like, shut the fuck up and listen to me and what I have to say. No. There's a lot of people that know shit about boxing that it wasn't accurate. This was an Al Heyman smear campaign and everybody knows it. Whether you like it or not, that was an Al Heyman smear campaign. That's what it was. So at one point, people's identifying that you're just talking all this shit because you hate Al Heyman. And yeah, you may know people in the sport of boxing, but let's make it clear. It's coming from a biased point of view. So once people know it's coming from a biased point of view, it sometimes kills what you're actually really saying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Mirage was disrespectful. I think that Mirage was challenging him, and he didn't like it, just like I didn't like challenging him. And what does he say? Is run him off the damn panel or I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Because Rick Glazier, which is an insider, has done things in the sport of boxing. Cool, whatever. But he's not the all in and be all in everything. You know what I'm saying? He's not the all and be all.
Yeah. But he didn't. He what he asked me is that I didn't come for that. I don't want to be speaking to this guy. So can you cut it off, Rat? And I had to cut it off because he's coming here on the basis knowing that he was just coming to speak to me. Really, he didn't know I was going to do that. That's the truth. When I told him last time that are you wanting to speak to the people, he said, "Yeah, we'll do that another day." So maybe he just didn't feel right with the way Mirage was disrespecting him a little bit in the way that he was saying, you're speaking porcupines. How do we know that you know anything? When he's telling you that he knows the attorneys, it's like Mirage is throwing it straight back at his face.
But so that's a legitimate question. How do you know how much they offered? Yeah. If you know the attorneys, but who attorneys that you know? Crawford, so you know how much they offered. Right? Yeah. So if everybody here is arguing in every channel, every publication or whatever independent media arguing about the numbers, and he's saying that Al Heyman offered nothing, that's a fucking lie. That's a lie.
Right.
That's a fucking lie. That's the point. Who the fuck is? How the fuck you gonna? They gonna offer you nothing? How you in negotiations with nothing?
Yeah.
All right, look. But Crawford is not coming to PBC to offer Earl Spence nothing because he has nothing to offer. He got no network, no TV, no nothing. So Al Heyman is going to offer Bud Crawford nothing, but they've been in negotiations for how long? So they're negotiating on nothing? That's a fucking lie.
But look, at the end of the day,
Rick, get back on the panel, Rick. You don't want to say nothing because you know Neil Marsh. Neil Marsh is the manager of Avanesian, and you cool with Frank Warren. So you want to be cool with them and blame Al Heyman because you said what Al Heyman did to you in 2001. Motherfucker, get on the fucking panel so you can fight, so you can get this challenge. Because I ain't one of these pussyfoot motherfuckers in boxing. I'm inside of the sport of boxing. You know Neil Marsh, and you know, man. Fuck out of here. Get on the fucking panel. Get this smoke. Get this smoke. Yes, it is serious. It is serious. Get this smoke. Get the smoke. Stop running away when you get the smoke. Let's go.
Hey, listen.
Don't kill yourself over there.
Hey, look, man. Nobody's ever coming back to the channel, bro. You might
not commit suicide over something that you can't control, bro.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Edward, what's happening? Yo, what's happening?
It's all entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're all entertainment, man. We're entertainment. Look.
Punch ready to crash out, yo.
Hey, but
Punch ready to crash out.
Yeah. So I didn't want to shut down the whole shit. You know what I mean? I was trying to bring the insight to the people.
Punch ready to crash out, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey,
but Max didn't. Yo, Max was in the channel with me, hosting.
My phone.
Let me remind y'all of something though.
Yo, what's happening, third hand?
All right, we already know Rick don't like the other side, so he's already, like he said, it's gonna be biased. Rick, everybody got an opinion. We can't forget that Crawford said he wanted to see how the Ugas fight turned out before he agreed or signed to anything. Now, do we all agree or remember that Crawford said that? I mean, is we on the same page? He said he gonna wait until the Ugas fight is over with before he agreed to any type of thing, because he had an opportunity before the Ugas fight to agree with a PBC deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on. Keep cooking.
Before he left Bob Arum.
Yeah.
If it was just strictly about money, which I respect, every business thing is always about money.
Yeah.
There's no reason for leaving if it's about money. Bob Arum was going to continually to have you employed for money. He wasn't going to not make money. He still was going to fight the same caliber fighters or whatever he did. He still was going to make money. So if he never wanted to fight Earl, there wasn't no reason for leaving Bob Arum. He already said Bob Arum couldn't get him the fights that he wanted.
I'm just going to say this. Yo.
Wait. Right. Let me ask you a question.
I gotta say this. Hey, listen, let me just say this, man. With Punch's last statement, there ain't nobody coming to boxing with YouTube anymore soon. I'm gonna keep it real. If we're gonna look to smoke these kind of guests and people, like, hey, listen, ain't nobody gonna set a foot on fucking Rap Star soon, man. Hey, look, we gotta take it easy.
Right. That's just what it is.
Easy, bro.
No, right. No. Hold on. Let me say this to Rap. I gotta say this to Rap. Rap knows people. Look. Rap knows people on the inside, right? Y'all know, and Rap knows I know people on the inside, right? Y'all come to Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, or some of y'all go to Punch Run Boxing. Let's say right now, we got Joker, we got all these people saying, oh, Rick is right. No, man. Rap Star, let me ask you a question. Just a question. Do I got Al Heyman contracts right now?
Yeah.
All right. So if I say that what he said about this is what on Al Heyman's contract, and I say it's a lie, do I have the credibility to say it's a lie?
Yeah, you're doing business there.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I talk the way I talk, and that's why he don't want to be on the panel. I got contracts, and if anybody want to pull it, and if everybody want to test me on that, put your fucking life on the line. So when I say that,
if you want to see the contracts, just go Punch Drunk and be a member. He'll show you the contract.
So
hey,
when
last thing I want to say. Hey, listen. I agree with what Crawford did. I just don't agree the way he did it. Because at the end of the day, he shouldn't. He should have just kept fighting. If he
have you got any kids, bro? Have you got any kids though, bro? Have you got kids?
Yeah, that's why I said I agree with what he did. I agree,
but you don't agree the way he did it.
Just the way he did it didn't make sense.
I mean, what's he supposed to do as well? He got to make some business. He got to make business.
He could have just kept fighting and making business without saying I quit Top Rank. He could have been had another fight this year already if it was all about money.
But he's already made his fight now. So at this point,
that's why I'm saying I agree with everything he did. I just don't agree the way he did it. He made it seem it was suspicious. He made it seem like he was going to do something else. But in the end, if it was all about money, I'm not going to quit my job if I know I got bills to pay. That's dumb as hell.
But my problem is this, brother, is that if you got an opportunity while another deal's going on, but somebody giving you an easier fight now, they're giving you an easier fight because we know it's an easier fight. We know it's way easier. This is a lot of people saying tune-up fight, bro. Right? But we know that he getting paid big bucks for this fight. He's going to feed his wife and his children big money for this fight, bro. So at this point, if Errol Spence's team couldn't you know what I mean? They couldn't say, yeah, we're going to grab Terrence Crawford and really make him happy in the deal. There must be something going on where Terrence Crawford never really got something so solid where he wouldn't have looked at David Avenesian. Do you not agree with that, though, bro?
I completely agree with you. I'm just trying to see.
Don't you think Errol Spence, we know he's a dog. Let's get this shit. Errol Spence wants to fight. Errol Spence wants to fight. They've let Errol Spence down. His own fucking team. His own team has let Errol Spence down, bro.
Man, I agree with you. I agree with Earl Spence. I agree with Crawford. I agree with all of them. Like I just said, I just don't agree the way he did it. The way he did it, if it came down, if it's all about money, he could have been had an easy fight and some money. He could have done had 2-3 fights by now, plus some money, and still had this fight.
Look, he was getting paid plenty of money to fight Spence, and you're completely ignoring the fucking it's for undisputed in the division. You just so it doesn't matter anymore.
Actually, that's true.
So that doesn't matter anymore. It's just about easy money. We forget about the responsibility to the fans. We forget about that. We forget about I want to prove I'm the best. It's about I want to make the easiest money. That's what's wrong with boxing right there. You're supporting everything that's wrong.
I completely agree with everything y'all said.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, he should have just kept fighting. We would have already seen him active in the ring this year already if it was just about money.
All right, let's keep it moving. We're going to move. Where are you from anyway, brother? The man that talking right now. Where are you from, brother?
From Iowa.
Iowa. Okay, Iowa. Okay, respect to Iowa in the building, man. I want to go to New York. Max, this has been pay-per-view today, Max. Max, wake up, motherfucker. Max, where you at? Max is sleeping here, man. What's he doing in the background? Max, I can't hear you. Come close to the phone.
Hello.
Now we can hear you.
Yo, this was pay-per-view, my guy.
Talk about
Holy
it, Max.
crap. Yo, this is better than the this was better than the Wilder fight, man. No, but I do have a question. Shout out to my boy. Yeah, I know I always give love to Punch and Rapstar, my favorite channels to watch. But yo, I got a question for Punch. Punch, when you got beef with Rick, I thought y'all was cool. You threw me off with that one, buddy.
Yeah, keep it cooking. Punch will be back.
Oh, okay. Nah, but shout out to Mirage. Mirage, man, you crazy, man. You're crazy, brother. You're crazy.
I was just having a conversation. I don't even know what happened.
No, but you could have been a little bit more respectful.
Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that?
No,
yeah, but
Mirage,
Mirage, I want you to speak to people. It's not like I don't want you to speak. Just try and do it in a way where you can get the answers.
Like, there's no way, Mirage.
Okay, look, Mirage, you know what's the difference between you and me? Let me tell you. When I didn't agree with Rick, Max, did you see when I didn't agree with Rick Glazier about the Terrence Crawford, they're using him for the app and they're going to build boxing? I said, that's the worst idea I've heard.
Yeah.
I said, if I've got a business, I wouldn't use Terrence Crawford on a new app. He's the last boxer to use on a new app because he ain't got personality. But we agreed to disagree, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to come in and disrespect the man who's fucking made Joe Calzaghe versus Roy.
No, Mirage is like, don't get it twisted. Mirage brings some good points. I just think he could have done a little bit more respectful.
Smart. You got to be smart.
Smart. Yeah.
You can't change the style. It's hard to change the style.
Well, look, you know, Rapstar is not going to bring you on here.
You're not going to make a counter puncher, be an aggressive fighter. It just doesn't happen like that. It's just the way they
when
are.
Mauricio comes on here for the WBC, there's no way.
I'll press him as well. Don't worry about that. Just tell me the date.
No, but I'm glad.
No, so after everything you've heard, Max, let's keep it real. He told you straight. Terrence Crawford said basically, "Fuck you all. I want the fight with Avanesian. Give me that money." Now, can you blame him from the business side of it for his family?
Well, look,
Do you agree with Rick about that? Because you can't blame him.
Well, look, man, I noticed the last couple of 2 days it's been nonstop on YouTube. A lot of boxing content creators, a lot of people really upset with Bud Crawford. I'm not one of those people. I think from what Rick explained, and I heard those reports as well, that basically that Al Heyman was the one really just making this difficult for basically, because here's the thing, guys. You can say, well, Al offered him something, yeah, but what if it's crap, bro? Like, that's the problem.
We don't know. This is just why you're just assuming this to be true.
Well, no, this is the insiders, right? I know Punch is an insider as well, of course, but that's what Rick's saying. I'm going to take Rick's word for it because he's been in the industry that long. I mean,
I don't understand. Al Heyman will make a lot of money with this fight, and yet he's trying to throw the fight. That's what he was saying, right?
Well, that's one thing. That's one way you can think, Mirage. I mean, I'm thinking in good faith. Bud and Spence want to make the fight. Bud definitely wants to. So does Spence. But Bud's lawyer has to go through Al Heyman, and if Al Heyman is making it difficult, you heard the stuff that's going on over there with Showtime and the PBC. They don't have that much money anymore. You know, they're about to go into. They don't even know what the future is for the PBC. So here's my thing: we can't get mad at a guy, first of all, who's trying to negotiate a fight. And what if Al Heyman? Remember, he wanted X amount of millions. That's what Rick said. Al Heyman said, "Hell no." They went back. And then Al Heyman, you heard Rick, he said that when Al Heyman offered him 35% with no guarantee, Al Heyman was shocked that Bud would agree to that because Bud wanted to make the fight. But you still can't. You got to be fair with that. You got to let the dude see the expense report. What are the expenses? Approved? Like, come on, dude. Just do what you always do with other people. So here's my thing. If someone is jerking me around and not trying to really like treat me as equal, as far as like just what's required, not even to go above and beyond, but just what's required, then screw you. I will still want to fight Spence. I'm gonna go make this quick 10 million, and then I'll still be ready in time if you want to make this fight.
What do you mean ready, dude? It's been 4 years, 5 years, all this stuff now. Oh, we're gonna make it next year. No worries. Fucking bullshit. It's already been delayed so long.
I can't be mad at.
And he's only got one belt. Spencer's got fucking most of the belts. He can't expect to have fucking.
So Max, what's your last
everything
answer?
equal?
You're not mad.
I'm not mad for him going to go get $10 million.
So that means you agree
So
with
you
agree with Rick Glazier then?
No, I mean, I'm not mad. I can't speak for Rick. I'm just saying I'm not mad for Bud going to. If the fight is not happening this year and you want to stay active, go fight somebody. Okay, I'm gonna go fight this guy for 10 million. Boom.
Mirage.
But he would have got a fuckload of money.
What do you think about that conversation, Mirage? Come on.
That's just bullshit.
Just try and keep it. Just try and keep it as a business way.
10 million.
Mirage, I know you ain't talking. I know you ain't talking with your boy Benavidez finds a nobody too. So I don't know why.
A former champ's better than this fucking no name that Crawford's fighting.
Hey, the 10 million is speculation. That's just a narrative. Y'all got.
Yeah, he's not even getting. How the fuck is he getting paid 10 million? Where's the money going to come from? A money tree? 10 million? Nobody's going to watch this fight.
He got a fight and he getting paid. But the 10 million, that's like speculation. Ain't nobody gonna ever know that until after the fight of what he really get paid. Don't too many times people talk about how much money they getting paid before the fight unless they really bragging about. If you're getting 10 million, you're gonna have everything to brag about and be happy. The suspicious in the way people moving. If it's 10 million on the line and you know you got 10 million, come on, y'all done seen.
So what if you let's say you're getting 10 million for this fight and like 7 million to fight Spence? What do you think you should have chosen?
To fight Spence?
Yeah, let's just say hypothetically, like, should he have accepted less money to fight Spence for the titles, for undisputed?
No one will never know how much he would have got or how much, because the fight was gonna sell, because it was gonna be marketed properly. It was gonna be in a high paying market. It was gonna be a lot of consumers. It was gonna be a lot of money involved. So no one would never know how much was gonna be involved.
I find it hard to believe, whatever the deal was, that he would have gotten less to fight Spence than this fucking nobody. That's fucking bullshit. I don't buy that.
Everybody on this channel, everybody on this page, and everybody in the boxing community was gonna pay for it or somehow view it or go out to go see the fight. So add all that up on top of all the other consumers and all the new consumers and anybody else. It was going to sell no matter what. It's still going to sell whenever they fight. They're not
going to fight. Fuck that.
I know
they had all year to make the fight now, and they still didn't. Some bullshit came up. Why won't the same thing happen next year?
But
same shit's going to happen.
There's no reason to fight if it's all about money. If it's all about guaranteed money. If he's showing that he's getting guaranteed money and that's what the talk is about, he letting you know what he about. He about money. It's not about
my question is, if you know the fight is not getting made this year and someone came and propositioned you, hey man, listen, we know the fight for you and Spence ain't happening this year. How about would you be interested in taking this fight? How much I'm making? Oh, this much? Oh, hell yeah, I'll do it.
But
What's the
why isn't
problem
the
with
fight
that?
happening? That's the point. Why isn't it
Well, that's the
happening?
thing with
If
Al
he made it
Haymon
not
and
happen,
them.
then why is he
the
fighting this
fight.
guy? Is this guy the best? Why isn't he fighting fucking Boots or
Or
fucking
Virgil.
Ortiz? Why is he fighting the fucking bottom top
See,
10 fighter?
that's the reason why
Stanionis. There's better
that's the
fighters.
reason why the narrative is
Well,
about $10 million. So you won't think of that.
well,
That's
that's the
why it's a
thing.
$10 million. That's why the narrative is so,
Right now, I think he got a couple more months till his WBO mandatory is.
Why? What do you mean mandatory? He can
Yeah,
choose. Why do you need to fucking put a gun to his head to fight a top guy? This guy's
because
35 years old. He's the pound for pound. You have to fucking force him?
because
The
it's
fuck?
obvious. It's obvious what's going on. We all know, but
I
it
don't.
can't.
I don't know. Maybe
We
we all don't know.
we can't prove it, but it's obvious. Since you can't prove something, we got to go with speculation until the truth comes out. The truth is only going to come out eventually. When this fight happen, or if this fight do not happen, we're eventually, the truth is going to be known of what's going on. Because if he don't get $10 million, what is that saying? So if he get anything under $10 million after this fight, what would people say after that? Would people have a different opinion or what?
No, he's not getting $10 million.
So we might as well just stop saying $10 million.
Listen, that's not even the guarantee. It's what he's estimated to gross is $10 million.
That's just a narrative, so it could sound better than fighting Spence. But
I got a question. What was he making over at ESPN?
He wasn't signed straight to ESPN. He was signed.
I thought he was making like 4 or 5 million a fight, bro. 4 or 5.
He was signed to Top Rank for 5 years for $5 million. But I don't know how much he got for each fight. Each fight was a different type of payment. Maybe his payments the checks was going straight to Top Rank instead of being in Team Crawford name, and Bob Arum was cutting the checks after that. No one will never know what his contract was going on with Bob Arum. See, it's the reason why he said he quit Bob Arum. He didn't just quit Bob Arum because the money wasn't good. Because if the money was good, that's just like you got a job, right? I'm quite sure you got a job. You ain't gonna just quit your job because and not have another job lined up, right?
Yeah.
You got bills to pay. So you ain't gonna be like, I quit. It's the reason why he quit. Because the money wasn't right over there. It just looked good. It sound good. And that's why it comes down to this. A payday. Errol Spence was going to be a payday, but it was going to be a lot of risk. I wouldn't even fought Errol Spence my damn self. I would have just kept fighting with Bob Arum. If I could fight anybody for 2-3 million, shit, hell. Shit, I wouldn't care about no fucking fans. I'm going to keep making 2 and 3 million knowing hey, shit.
So he made $6 million with Sean Porter.
Exactly. So if he made $6 million with Sean Porter, and that was a big fight, right? It was supposedly a big fight. What Rick said, he said this is finna be a big fight, right? He said this fight coming up finna be a big fight, right?
I wasn't here yet. Him versus Avanesian in a big fight?
Yeah, he said that's finna be a big fight.
I wouldn't doubt it at this point that it would be a big fight.
So if it's a big fight,
how's it going to be a big fight? How's it going to be a big fight?
So if it's a big fight,
the reason why it would be a big fight right now is because of the anticipation. So you're talking about the weight.
What anticipation?
Listen, if it's
for
a
what?
big fight, why is it in Omaha?
They're guaranteeing.
Why it's not in Vegas?
So they're still guaranteeing that they're going to fight in 2023.
But what's that got to do with this fight?
That
doesn't make this fight a big fight.
What I'm saying is,
if you're going to fight a Spence next year, that doesn't make a fight against a nobody a big fight.
So if it's a big fight, why is it in Omaha and not Vegas? And why is it for $39.95?
Will either one of them sell out
This
Vegas?
is a joke of a fight. That's what it is.
We just speaking.
Where's this guy ranked? Is he ranked like 9th or something in the division?
Avanesian is ranked He's ranked in the top 10. Avanesian used to be.
We're in the top 10, bottom tier, right?
Nah, he should be in the mid.
Man, he ranked in the bottom of the trash bag. He pulled
Bro. Listen,
that name out.
Avanesian used to be the WBA interim
I
champion.
don't give a fuck what he used to be. What is he ranked now?
No, what I'm telling you, he's ranked high. He's ranked high. Look, I can look it up. Give me a
How high?
He pulled that name out the bottom of the trash can.
All right, Avanesian is ranked 6.
So like, yeah, so he's, there's a bunch of other fighters, much better options that he could afford.
What's Benavidez' opponent rank? Can you let us know? I just want to double check.
Who's Benavidez? Who's he fighting?
Is Benavidez the fucking pound for pound that everybody's been fucking sucking off?
He's pound for pound.
Don't you think Crawford has like a responsibility?
Is he on a pound for pound list?
Does Crawford have a responsibility or what?
Yo, listen, hey,
David Benavidez is fighting a former champion.
Hey, look, man, I don't want to hear nothing else. Look,
this guy's never been a champ.
We're not going to talk about bullshit here. We're going to have a debate now. Did Terrence Crawford strategically duck the smoke with Errol Spence? Yes or no? And I'll start with Mirage, and then everyone can rebuttal. Mirage, did Terrence Crawford duck the smoke for the biggest legacy fight for America? Yes or no?
It looks like he had the choice to sign and he didn't, and so he's ducking. Yeah.
So he's ducking for you, even though you know he's making a lot of money. He's making a lot of money.
It's not just about the money, though.
Okay.
So, what do you mean? There's no way he's going to make more or even as much.
He's not going to make more, but he's making.
He's not going to make as much. There's no way versus this fucking nobody versus the biggest fighter in the sport. Everybody's saying that bullshit. They're on fucking drugs.
So is Terrence Crawford lying
don't listen
to the people?
Fucking bullshit.
Is Terrence Crawford's people lying to the people, just saying, "Oh, it's 10 million," just to make them shut up?
Yeah, they're all fucking. I mean, they're all fucking talking shit.
Okay, well, let's go to the next guy. Third Eye. Is Terrence Crawford avoiding the smoke? Yes or no? Tell us why he's avoiding, and just tell us the way you look at it.
My opinion is because the way he moved, he said he always wanted to fight him, and he had opportunity to fight this guy. First, they said it was about legacy. They said he was already rich and he didn't need money. So now, if it's all about money, it's just the narrative keep changing.
I mean, Terrence Crawford did go out there. No, you're telling facts. Crawford said he don't want no tune-up fight on the Porter podcast, and he even said it on his Twitter. I don't want no tune-ups. I want to fight Errol Spence. So what happened?
That's just my opinion right there. But I'm all for the best decisions of whatever he made. But I know for sure that he's strategically ducking.
Okay, what do you think, Max? Did your boy Crawford, because you're a big Crawford fan, Max, has your boy Crawford avoided legacy for a strategic fight? Yes or no? This year?
I don't think so.
Well, wait. Errol Spence said that he wanted this fight in November, but this man's stalling.
Yeah.
This is Errol Spence's words. He's calling Crawford
so
out.
it's Errol Spence that started.
Yeah, but Errol Spence is a man who's calling him out. But he's calling him out. He's calling him out.
When you hear Mayweather say it a couple of weeks ago that this fight is not happening now.
Yeah, but what Errol Spence is saying, that this guy, I wanted him in November. Now he's still stalling me. He could have fought me in December. Now what do you think?
Who said that?
Errol Spence is thinking this.
No, thinking or said.
But
I ain't never heard
you know that when he says that the man couldn't fight me in November, now he's stalling me. What does that mean?
I don't believe that. I believe bad business is what held this fight up.
So now Max is talking just like Rick Glazier here.
Yeah.
Go on, Max.
No, I think it's bad.
Hey, a lot of people agreed with Rick Glazier. I agreed with some of Rick Glazier's as well. You saw my debate with him. I agreed with some of the stuff he said.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I just think it's bad business. You're not going to screw over a fighter in negotiation from what the sources are saying. If the sources are lying or incorrect, then I'm wrong.
So Crawford didn't duck.
The sources.
So Crawford didn't duck.
if the fight can't happen this year because of bad business, he's gonna go this whole year without a fight. Nah,
Max
go ahead.
Glazer
Go
in
fight
the
somebody.
building, bro. Max Glazer in the building. Respect. Respect. Yo, that's 2 against 1. 2 against 1. Tip Bayless, what do you think, brother?
Did he duck? That's the question, right?
Question: did he avoid the smoke right now this year? Did he not want it this year? What's happening?
I'm gonna say no.
Go on,
There
mate.
you go. Let's go.
He didn't duck. No, I'm gonna tell you what though. He ducked Keith Thurman. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all. Listen, after Keith fought, right? He told Bud that he wanted a tune-up, and he got his tune-up, right or wrong. Did he get the tune-up against Barrio? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And it was.
Didn't look good on there.
He said it was the 8 months. He told Bud it was the 8 months he needed, right? The 8 months leading up to the Barrios fight. The Barrios fight already happened. Why didn't he go back into a renegotiation with Keith Thurman? And that fight could have been made before the Spence fight. And then at that, Bud also told us that he needed a tune-up. So Keith Thurman just came back, and Bud is talking about he needs a tune-up. Thurman already got his tune-up. Why couldn't that fight have been made? And you would have got just as much as you got with Sean Porter. I don't think he wants to fight a 50-50 fight.
Nah.
Knowing he'll probably lose going into before the Spence fight even.
Yeah, I don't think.
So what's your true answer about if he ducking the fight or not?
It's a yes and no.
You gotta answer the fucking question yes or no. There ain't no fucking yes or a no. It's just a yes or no,
be
bro.
honest, you can't get in trouble.
Okay, look, let me help tip. Do you feel 60% towards yes, or do you feel 60% towards no? That will tell your heart.
Nah, I think he wants to fight Earl. He wants to fight Earl.
But he didn't avoid the situation this year. He could have fought him this year.
Me personally,
he could have fought him this year.
I don't think the fight was ever going to happen this year.
Okay, so you're just gonna say nah, he didn't.
You being evasive of the question.
Nah, and the reason I'm saying this, like I peeped something like earlier, like around May, the PBC they don't post fights on their channel until 4 months before a fight is actually announced. Right now, they have Ugas versus Spence pending on their YouTube channel.
That been like that. That's because
but what I'm saying, there was no fight for Spence announced. So
Spence ain't got no fight.
Yeah, that's what and Bud ain't got a fight. So what I'm saying is, I already projected that fight was going to happen in 2023.
That's because they was in negotiations trying to make a fight.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like I think Bud was already going to get his tune-up.
All right, well, we're gonna go. That's 2-2. Okay, then that's 2-2, bro. There's no point going back and forth. It's 2-2. We got 2 people saying that Bud did not avoid him, and we got 2 people say Bud definitely avoided it. It strategically used his business accommodates, business moves to make the fight that he needed to make. Punch. At this point, fans will just want to know: is Bud Crawford duck the smoke with Errol Spence? Yes or no?
Of course he did. That's kindergarten shit.
Yeah, but people said it's business. Max said it's business.
Glazer
said it's business.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like duck, like he's scared to fight Earl Spence.
No.
He just did what's good for Bud Crawford business wise. That's it. Everything is business. I'm not gonna say he's scared. But he avoided Earl Spence like he avoided Keith Thurman. Like he avoided PBC fight.
Somebody got to echo. Stop the echoes.
Because it
Punch, is that you?
No, that's not me.
That's not me.
It's not my mic.
Is it me? No, I don't think it's me.
Every motherfucker.
Is it mine?
Everybody mute their mic.
Yo, is that me? No, it's not. Next person put their mic out.
You?
Hello? Yeah, Punch.
I'm good.
You. Go on, next guy.
Me?
Yeah, it's that guy. Who's that?
Third eye.
Why is it echoing on you?
I don't know.
All right, wait. Put yourself on mute, and then come back when I'm gonna call you back. Yeah, Punch.
No, what I'm saying is, Bud Crawford. Remember, he signed the extension because it was good for Bud Crawford for his guaranteed purse that was $4 million. He told Keith Thurman that send a contract. What did Keith Thurman do? He sent a contract twice. Then he came out with a bogus shit saying that he asked for $10 million. That was bogus. That was never true. Now he's a free agent. All this blame was on Top Rank. Remember, he's suing Top Rank for holding fights from him. Now he's not with Top Rank. Now he got Earl Spence. Earl Spence, PBC, Al Heyman offered Bud Crawford the contract. All of a sudden, we all know that he was working out another deal. While he was supposed to be just paying attention to this one deal, securing this deal with with Earl Spence. But the thing is, while he couldn't get this signed, and this been offered, the offer been on the table, and he didn't sign, and they've been waiting on him to sign for months. No wonder he didn't sign, because he was trying to close this other deal. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get an easy fight, which I think that we all know that Bud Crawford's going to beat David Evanesian. What he's going to get? 8 to 10, 7 to 8, 7 to 9 million. And then you get an Earl Spence fight maybe later. So he's banking in two big fights. If he gets the Earl Spence fight now, and let's say he loses, he don't get that big fight with that big money fight with a David Evanesian. He don't get that opportunity. So you doing what Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao's doing. You capitalizing on your opportunities leading up to the fight that everybody want to see. That's just a business move. But he is avoiding these guys.
Now, what do you think about people? They want to know which was the bigger money fight. And in your terms, I mean, some people said that he only getting 35%. Would Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford being the biggest money fight for Terrence Crawford?
Nobody knows what they was getting. You know why? Nobody knows? Because this is the contradiction. We all know that no PBC, when there's in negotiations, there is no PBC information that leaks out. No 35%, no 100%, no 75%. The only time we know about the deal is when the deal is secured. When the deal is secure, you don't talk about the business. So that 35 is bullshit. That non-guarantee is bullshit. There is no such thing as a non-guarantee. You do know why? Because the guarantee purse that everybody gets has to go through the commission and the belt federation. In this fight, there was 4 belt federation. How you going to go to the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, and the WBA, and the commission saying, well, this is what we're negotiating, but there is no offer and there is no guarantee? That's a lie. You feel me? And that's what I mean. That was a lie. That was a fake fraud statement.
But do you think you've also remember that when the WBC also, I think somebody told me that promoters, when they make the fights, they pay off the fees for the fights sometimes. They pay off all the fees for the fights and they make you a set deal as well. They'll pay your fees as well.
Yeah, but the purse the purse always goes through the belt federation. That's why you could go to purse bid, and then the belt federation knows the number. You always always a guaranteed number in boxing. Even Nonita Donaire and Rachel said it. They even laughed of the report. They said there's no such thing as that. So why this guy's gonna come around? You know why? You know why? And I'm not trying to dish your guess, but because his affiliation with Neil Marsh and his affiliation with Frank Warren, and he's saying that this is a good fight. Quit the BS, bro. Quit the bullshit.
Well, how about this though? Some people saying, and I'm saying this, and I told you this yesterday, that Bud Crawford was using Al Heyman and Errol Spence for leverage against his other fights that he could have made big money with. Was Bud Crawford using Errol Spence to see what money he could get from others to make other fights and just trying to see his options, not really giving a fuck about what anybody else thinks?
Of course, that's great business move. That's what every fighters and every boxing entity does and thinks. Nobody care about what the fans. Ain't no fan going to the negotiation office or the or board table with the fighters. They all do it. You know, it's just like if you go into an interview and you don't have a job and you apply for like five jobs and you got 2 interviews in a week. You're gonna pick the job that offers you the most money or what's more comfortable for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is the same man who criticized Canelo Alvarez for choosing different opponents. This is the same man, Terrence Crawford, that criticized others to say that he wants to smoke. He don't want no tune-ups. We can't forget all that. This man talks and goes on Twitter saying that he don't want no tune-ups. He's ready for this legacy fight. What happened to that energy? He used boxing to put his leverage and his stock up. See, now people are talking about Avanesian. If he wasn't talking to Errol Spence, nobody would have given a fuck about Crawford Avanesian. Now, it could be that he can use that wave to use the energy for that to promote his own fights now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You know, I got love for Rapstar and Punch. I was trying to ask this question earlier. Punch, what happened when you and Rick? I thought y'all was cool. So you threw me off, bro. Like I didn't know y'all had beef.
No, there is no beef. There is
Okay.
that. This is what it is.
Yeah.
That a guy like I'm gonna say Rick. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that his information is all false. What I'm saying is he just doesn't know that there's people that is listening that he might not think that is in the business of boxing. So he
Yeah.
will throw anything out and nobody's there to challenge him. But because I challenge him because I know shit in the business of boxing. I know several people that he know. The thing is he don't know that I know. So if you challenge him on it, oh, I'm in the business of boxing. How the fuck you know that I'm not in the business of boxing? So when I
Yeah.
know he's talking about Al Heyman contract, I seen an Al Heyman contract. So what he's saying is BS because I got it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Now it's my word against his word because Rick Glazier got 30 years in it. But I ain't no fucking fool. Ain't nobody gonna play me. And I see a fool when I see one. I see a fraud when I see one. I identify it. I know it. And that's why I could laugh while Rick Glazier is saying some of the shit that he be saying. Most of the shit is true, but some of the shit he's playing you.
And that's what a lot of people may be doing boxing, not just Rick.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we as the fans, we listen to the insiders. You know, whatever they're saying, we try to hold what they say as credible till they prove us wrong. You know.
Yep. But look, at the end of the day, over here now, yeah, how much can you blame Crawford for saying, fuck everyone, I'm taking this fight? Now, I'm going to ask this. Is Al Heyman in a bad position right now? Is Al Heyman's hedge funds run out? Is Al Heyman losing now control of boxing, where he can't just pay for everybody and anybody to fight for him?
We
Is
don't
he
know
not the
that.
strongest player no more?
Let me ask you a question. Did he offer Canelo Alvarez almost the same money that the Zone did?
That's what I was saying. But it just shows that.
That Earl Spence is collecting
But why is it Al Heyman wasn't able to secure such a fight for Bud and Errol Spence when we knew
because
his
maybe
client?
Bud didn't want the fight. He had another opportunity.
But why couldn't Al Heyman trap them opportunities and say, yo, Bud, we got bigger opportunities over here to fight. How much you want? I'll make it work. We can try and sit back and make this
Well,
work. Al
those are the
Heyman don't let his clients down, bro.
but exactly, but that's not his client.
No, I'm
Bud
talking
is
about
not
Errol
is
Spence wanted the fight badly.
so what? How about if the money is not what we should give Bud? It's not about throwing any money because your fighter wants to fight.
Nah.
That's how you can't make it seem like, oh, Al Heyman was supposed to secure the fight. So if Bud Crawford asked for $20 million, is Al Heyman supposed to secure the fight?
See, the problem is Al Heyman's a man that they expected to guarantee this fight could happen because he's a man who's produced big fights in the past. And at this point, people are feeling like, huh? How the fuck happened over here? Al Heyman lost this fight for Errol Spence and lost it for his own client. That's what people are saying as well. Like, how would he let that fight go unless he couldn't bring that money to the table and make Bud just stay in one place? He probably he definitely didn't hypnotize Bud, did he? Like he did others. He didn't do what he did for Canelo and what he did for everybody else, like Keith Thurman, Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder. The list goes on. And what he's done for Leo Santa Cruz, Javante Tank Davis. But he couldn't do it for Errol Spence. So this is like, huh? As he losing his grip in boxing. That's all.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right, bro. You just name all these fighters. Don't even question it, Rap. Hey, yo,
Yeah.
I'm
But Al
Heyman
has been
so
showing
you don't
that
even
he's not.
question that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, man. I'm gonna keep on saying it to you as a brother. Stop questioning shit that you already know.
I don't know, man. I'm saying as Al Heyman.
You just mentioned it all. You just mentioned all these fights. So right there tells you that he get the biggest payday for Caleb Plant.
Yeah, he did. We know this. That's what we know. We know all that.
Did he make the biggest payday just getting Andy Ruiz, and in 5 weeks he got him Anthony Joshua?
No, but what is there any truth to his business model where he's making pay-per-views for pay-per-views for pay-per-views, because nowadays he can't give the guaranteed money anymore? And the way that he's showing that the fights he's done with Andy Ruiz and Mario Barrios versus Tank, and Mario Barrios versus Furman, and Andy Ruiz versus Areola, Andy Ruiz versus, whatever. The fights that people didn't want on pay-per-view, they've been complaining. Is this because Al Heyman ain't got the big money to give them as guarantees? I'm just talking about the general.
Now you're saying two things. Is he guaranteeing the fight, or he's guaranteeing his client's money?
Because before he was paying that money.
No. He will pay the money and will use other people's money just like everybody else. That's what he didn't say. Let me ask you a question. Does Bud Crawford, I'm sorry, does Bob Arum uses his money or ESPN money?
ESPN.
Does Eddie Hearn uses the zone money or his own money?
Eddie Hearn's got a DAZN, contract.
Does Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy Promotion?
But they're promoters. They're proper promoters.
All right. So they're gonna the petition is gonna
Al
be signed by
Heyman's not a promoter though, is he?
Well, he's not a promoter. So, but does they got TGB promotion that's gonna flip the bill for PBC? That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I'm stopping in your tracks. I'm gonna stop it on the track, and I'm gonna let the people know that he's just in a smear campaign of Al Heyman because he's not keeping it consistent. Everybody gets their network deals. That's where the money comes from. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't agree with Rick saying that Al Heyman went through his hedge funds and he spent the 500 million?
Funds. Everybody got somebody that's flipping
and now
the bill for
now he's only relying on TV networks.
Everybody relies on networks.
Well, what Al Heyman had before is not the same power he has today, is what he's saying as well. That's what he's saying.
He just got the biggest. He just got Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant just last year. What is he talking about? Oh, but what they're gonna say is only Canelo Alvarez, right? But then I could look at Matchroom and I could just say, well, it's only Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? It's keep it. You gotta when people gotta take their personal feelings, and that's why that was a great question by Max, because the Max exposed it. So this was the first time in Rap Star Boxing Knowledge that he had to say he has a personal vendetta with Al Heyman. With that right there clarifies everything.
Yeah,
See,
but
he never said it like
that. If people don't know that already, then we already know that I've asked those questions about 6 months ago on this channel. If people didn't know that about it on this live, then of course, respect to Max for bringing that shit out, bro.
But he said, I have a
But we already know that anyway.
That dated back 2001.
Yeah.
So right there. So when you see, because I'm gonna tell you like this, if it was the other way around, you asked him about Deontay Wilder and Hellenius. If Deontay Wilder was a Bob Arum fighter or a Frank Warren fighter, trust me, it will be a whole different answer.
Yeah. It's like personally, people don't like a certain person, or they don't like a certain people in boxing.
It is what it is.
That happens a lot in boxing, though.
So if you've seen the track records, if you've seen the welterweight division, and if you put all the big fights that's happened in the past 5 years in the welterweight division, does Al Heyman got his name printed on it? So you can't tell me in the welterweight division Al Heyman is not going to secure a fight or not trying to secure a fight. Did we get Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman? Did we get Manny Pacquiao, Ugas? Did we get Keith Thurman, Danny, Porter versus Spence, Porter versus Danny, Ugas versus Porter? Did we get all these fights?
So basically, it's not Al Heyman. Then you're not blaming him as much as you're blaming more Bud Crawford. Then.
No, I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming Al, and to be honest, I'm not blaming Bud because in the end of the day, it's business.
Yeah, but then that means Al Heyman couldn't do great business for Crawford.
Of course,
he couldn't bring that to the table. At this point, Al Heyman can't do everything. Al Heyman ain't no god. He can't make every deal.
Yeah, it takes two to tango.
They don't make every deal. Al Heyman couldn't do the deal where he could hypnotize Crawford.
But Crawford is using what
Al Heyman might be a great businessman, but he ain't great enough to do the deal for Crawford and Spence, though.
Look, Bud Crawford is doing what people think is the business model of Al Heyman. Why he would rather sign the Kell Brook fight and not trying to fight Keith Thurman when he sent Top Rank the contract? You know why? Because I will get more money if my opponent rather get this much little money. See, people are saying how much is Bud Crawford going to get paid? How much David Avenesian going to get paid?
Yeah.
Nobody asked that
about
question.
that. We ain't even thought about that.
Yeah, because people are just thinking about, of course, he's going to get that deal. But now, when you're fighting Errol Spence, you know you're going to have to split it up. There's some fighters that don't split it up. So that's why you see a Jamal Charlo fighting Montiel. You see Thurman versus Mario Barrios. You see these mismatches and stuff like that, but you see it everywhere. Bud Crawford is 35 years old. You think he's gonna fight for pride for the fans? No, he got a wife with 7 kids. He ain't gonna do what y'all want him to do. I understand that that's the business. As the fan, I'm like, oh, come on, man. But at the end of the day, this is Bud Crawford.
Hey, we got many people in the building. Who's Hardline? What's happening, Hardline?
Word up, bro. But listen, this fight between Spence and Crawford's never gonna happen, bro.
Pigeon, what's happening?
Yeah, bro. What's going on, bro? But listen, this fight's crazy, bro. What's gonna happen, man? It's just a waste of time even discussing it, bro.
Well, this is boxing. We discuss everything over here, mate. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But, you know, at the end of the day, look, man, like I said, even Showtime, yeah? Showtime didn't really want to put... See, the problem is they needed that big money to get Crawford, to get him where they wanted Crawford.
Yo, don't you think this fight between the Crawfords and the Sean Porters was fixed, bro?
I don't know. We can't go there right now. That's another subject
for you.
Bro. That's another subject for you, bro, because I don't agree with that shit either. At the end of the day,
bro, that was messed up, bro.
Sean Porter, just his dad said, that's it, mate. His father said, that's it, man.
Yeah, maybe, but that was crazy, man. Come on, you got to be honest about it. That was stupid, man.
Well, if Sean Porter was a champion, he wouldn't have gone out like that. But he wasn't a champion. He wasn't there as a champion.
Facts. No, I agree with that.
He came in there without a belt, and he came in there coming out of there without a belt.
You think he pussied out of that fight?
I don't know about pussied out.
No, be honest. Be honest. Go on, be honest, bro.
Harsh words. You're a harsh character, Pigeon. You're very harsh.
I know I'm a bit harsh, but that is true, though, isn't it? He was a bit of a punk at that fight, bro. Come on.
I don't know. Does anybody think Sean Porter was a punk in that fight?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Does anybody agree with this geezer?
How? I think most people do, bro.
Okay, let's see if they do. Then if you just be quiet.
Your rap.
A punk out in that
fight. Did Bud sue Bob Arum?
Not yet. I ain't heard nothing.
He hasn't done it yet, bro.
All right, but it was his.
I think the case is fucking just vanished in the air.
but he was suing Bob Arum. There was papers out there.
There was, yeah, 100%.
So was he suing Bob Arum? Yes or no?
He was. We don't know
yeah.
what's going on though.
Okay, now he's saying that Al Heyman didn't give him some guarantee money. So he got problems. He got problems with two of the biggest people in the sport of boxing.
There you go.
And you telling me that this is an Al Heyman problem or this is a Bob Arum problem? And
There
nobody's looking at Bud.
So now nobody's giving the respect.
How you got Bob Arum problems and you got Al Heyman problems?
Yeah.
So nobody's giving the
true.
respect that Al Heyman's doing good business for his clients and Bud. But if Bud's not going to play the ball and Bud wants to do things in a way where Al Heyman's thinking, wait there, you're already fucked up with your promoter. So we've got to guarantee certain things here. I don't know, Punch, because I don't want to hear in 6 to 8 months or 1 year that Al Heyman's losing the grip of boxing. Because then it seems that Al Heyman might, at this moment, I don't know. I can't say that he is.
It's messed up. It's all messed up. It's just it's a mess.
Al Heyman has disappointed me because I thought when Errol Spence's time comes, he will do what it takes to make that fight.
Look at the Zone. The Zone has spent so much money on all these fights. Where they getting that money from? They ain't getting shit. Where the fuck where's the Zone getting the money from for these fights? They give Canelo a 300. What was it? Punch Drunk would probably know more than me. Was it 360 million fucking pounds for a 5-5 deal? Then they were paying fucking, what was his name? Rocky Fielding, £7 million to take a knee. Come on, bruh. Nobody wants to watch that. No. I'm sick of boxing, bro.
I don't want to bring it up, Rap, but see this how the full circle. This is when you see people
kind of pissing me off. Sorry.
Wait, Pigeon. Now just hold your turn, now, Pigeon.
This is when people like to contradict themselves.
Go on mute for a bit. Yeah, go on, Punch.
This is when people like to contradict themselves. Now, people understand Bud Crawford business move, but last week everybody was blaming Demetrius Andre for his business moves. At the end of the day, you're gonna secure the bag.
The thing with Andrade, he gets a lot of hate, but he's only trying to get a bit of money for himself.
Yeah, I think with Andre, they got a bit funny because he let his belt go to be in another fight above weight, and then neither fight happened because of the way that negotiation never happened, and it went to a small purse bid.
Andrade, he secured the bag with the Zone, and then he was not going to fight for 183,000. Just like people think that Crawford was not going to fight for no guarantee money. At the end of the day, these fighters are going to secure their bag.
What do you think about it, Third Eye? You've been listening for a long time.
About what? What you want me?
What are you saying about this? That at the end of the day, it was all about the bag. Hey, who's the fuck got the? Oh, it's you again. You got
Crawford's
the.
got plenty of bag.
I just see that. I mean, if you look at it, Al Heyman don't owe. He don't owe Team Crawford for the mistakes that he made in his past. He had opportunity to be involved with that side of the business, and they could have prepped him earlier in age. So now he older in age. He got wiser of business. So now he upset with Bob Arum because he got older and understood things, and he feel like he missed out on a lot of money. Now he take it out on Al Heyman and make it seem like someone else has to pay for his past mistakes, which Al Heyman don't owe him. And I mean, hey, sometimes we make mistakes and we can't get them back. And we think we got to blame other people, and that's like a narcissist when you blame everybody else but yourself. I mean, at one point in time, you gotta take accountability for whatever you did. That's why. I mean, it just seems like to me with the suspicious activity, Bud is an angel. He does no wrong. He does everything right. The whole boxing world owes him, man. It's all about Bud. That's like me coming to your channel or coming to your house, coming and rearrange all your furniture in your living room and saying this how it should be.
100%.
And you're not gonna like that.
I think he's ducking.
Anyway,
I think he's ducking it, bro.
who's fix your echo, bro?
Shit, that's just my.
But at the end of the day,
Anyway,
there's nothing wrong with what Bud Crawford doing. He just didn't want to fight Earl Spence. He used it as it was a smart business marketing move to tie his name to Earl Spence and PBC. It was very smart. Whatever he did, it worked out. And at the end, the truth will never change. The truth will only come out. So more and more that people trying to explain who wrong or who at fault, that means you're never going to explain your faults. You're only going to explain everything that didn't go your way. And it's a tactic to try to get Al Heyman to speak. He's the real boogeyman. No one ever gets to conversate with Al Heyman. He don't talk about nothing. He's very clever. He's quiet. You can't irritate him. You can't get under his skin. No matter what you say, no matter what you do. Top Rank and them, they've been trying to sue. They've been suing Al Heyman for years.
And Golden Boy.
Yeah, so this is an ongoing beef beyond boxing. So however it go, they all know what they got themselves into. The boxers is just in the middle of it, and ain't nothing they could do but you either work or you don't work. It's just like a job.
Everybody a simple question then. Can you go on mute now, bro?
Fix that echo, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna go on mute now. Yo, so Mirage, you can't blame Al Heyman. He's the easy man to blame because he's a ghost. He doesn't come to the mic. He's the man you can blame if you're avoiding the fight. Do you agree with that?
No, I blame the fighters. At the end of the day, they can make the fight. If they really wanted to fight, Crawford wanted it, he could have made it. It's been 4 years. This isn't just what happened now. There's a long track record of this bullshit. And you and Punch say, oh, look at Mirage, he's always shitting on boxing. Boxing sucks. Boxers suck. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm fucking right. Now what? Now you're looking at this joke. Look at Fury. Who's a top heavyweight fighting? A bum. Who's the fucking top pound for pound fighting? Some fucking guy nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah, but you might need to listen. What is it, bro?
Boxing's fucked up. Don't defend it. Punch. You're an establishment shield. I see you make a video yesterday saying
he just got bored. He just got bored. He need to mention my name.
Come on, bro.
Yesterday you were talking, oh, I'm not disappointed.
Yo, relax, bro. Relax. What the fuck are you
relax
doing,
and
bro?
shut up and stop talking me.
Oh, don't tell me to shut up, bro.
Oh, wow.
It's late. Too late. I did it already.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
You're
an idiot, bro.
Boxing's going good. Boxing stacked.
Wow, you need to relax yourself, bro. Relax. It's a Sunday evening, bro.
This is a game. This is a
yo. Listen to this fool, bro.
This is why you don't get the fights, because you just bend over and you take it. And I know you like to take it, don't you? Like a bitch. But I don't.
What, me?
I want to see the real fights, and I'm going to be pissed off when they don't happen. Okay.
Well, we all want to see the fights, but
but you don't do nothing. Oh, if they don't happen, you go, oh, who cares? Yeah.
No, I'm pissed off as much as you, bro. I'm pissed off as much as you.
Dude, you sound like you're half asleep.
Well, obviously, it's 6 a.m. in the UK, bro. So I am half asleep, bro.
Well, don't interrupt me then.
Fuck you, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro.
And Punch is saying, oh, boxing stacked. There's going to be other fights. Yeah, boxing stacked with fighters who don't fight each other. That's all.
What is this dude on about, bro?
Mirage, you know what? One thing I want to say, ladies and gentlemen,
boxing
Mirage
is in a bad state.
He's a very. Now let me just get this off. Mirage is a very, very positive person, isn't he? He's a very, very positive
why should I be
person,
positive?
isn't
There's
he?
no reason, just for the sake
He's
of
the
it.
most negative person you've ever heard.
Yeah, he's very negative, bro. He's very negative,
in the worst
bro.
shape it's probably ever been. That's the fact. The fighters are they're not fighting each other.
So Usain Bolt is doing a 9-second 100 meters, and it's the worst state the world sports has ever been, bro. You're an
Are you on
idiot,
drugs?
bro.
I was talking about boxing.
You're on drugs, bro.
You're talking about Usain Bolt. I'm talking about boxing. Usain Bolt's retired like
you're a
6-7
moron.
years.
Listen, you're
You don't know
a
what day it is?
moron.
You know what day it is?
You're the
Hey, is this
biggest
one of your
moron I've ever
friends,
spoken
Rap?
to.
This is one of your
You're
friends, huh?
making me laugh.
This
You're
is who you hang
making
out
me
with?
laugh. You're a
What a
fool.
fucking plonker
You're
this
a
guy is.
fool. You're a
You are a
fool.
pigeon. You definitely are a little pigeon.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Bye bye, idiot. Bye
Go
bye,
get your little
idiot.
teddy
Mirage
bear.
met his
Go
Bye
to
match.
bye,
bed.
idiot.
Go
Bye
to bed.
bye,
Mirage met his
idiot.
match.
Bye bye,
Nighty
idiot.
night.
Bye bye,
Night night.
fool.
That's another one
Bye
bites the dust.
bye.
That's 2-0.
Bye
That's 2-0. Who's next?
bye. You're the biggest retard I've ever spoke to, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What kind of fucking fool are you, bro?
Go to bed, man. You got nothing. You got nothing.
I got nothing. I've got science and history on my side. What have you got on your
Science.
side?
What's that got to do with boxing? What are you talking about?
Boxing. You don't know nothing about boxing.
When did you start watching
fucking
boxing? Last week?
You're
You
a joke.
100% have a Canelo poster on your
You're
ceiling,
a
don't you?
joke. You're a joke. You're a
Right?
joke.
You're a Canelo fanboy. I can tell. I can always pick
I
it.
don't like Canelo. I hate Canelo.
Bullshit. Don't
You're
lie.
that. I'm from Britain. I'm an Englishman. Why would I like
Oh?
Canelo? I'm a white.
Yeah,
Have you
I'm from
seen
Britain,
me?
and I'm
who
from
you
Britain, and
like?
I like
My
Canelo.
face.
I like Canelo.
Who do you support then? Who's your favorite boxer?
Who do I like? I like Bivol. I
Oh,
support Bivol.
boring as fuck.
Who do you support then? You're from Australia. Who the fuck? You're
Bivol.
making me laugh, bro.
10 people knew who Bivol was before he fought
Get out of
Canelo.
here, bro.
Okay,
You kind of
I bet you started supporting Bivol after he beat Canelo, right? You didn't watch him before that, right?
I interviewed Bivol, you fucking stupid
Oh,
prick.
so you're a somebody, are
I
you?
interviewed Bivol in 2017, you stupid fucking prick.
Gee, that was an exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah, on your
Yeah,
mum's
nobody
ass.
gives a fuck about Bivol. How about that?
Get
That's the
the
facts.
fuck out of here, you fucking troll.
Benavidez beat the hell out of him in sparring. You should be
No,
interviewing
he didn't
Benavidez.
do shit. You know shit about boxing. That's why you troll people.
I'm talking facts. Benavidez
You
beat him
don't
up
know
in sparring.
facts
Everybody
about
knows that.
shit. All right, facts. Give
Bivol
me
puts
you.
everybody to
All
sleep.
right,
He hasn't
all
stopped
right.
anybody since
You
2016.
want some facts? This is the easiest question in boxing. If you know anything about boxing, what were
Dude, I'm not
Usyk's?
interested in your dumb quiz question.
I thought. What was Usyk's best 3 wins in his amateur career?
Dude, why would I give a fuck about that? Why do I care?
Look at it! You're a fucking
Oh, you don't follow the
clown.
amateurs. Oh, yeah, you don't know
even
boxing because you don't follow all the amateur
Bataviev,
fights.
so you don't know about Bataviev or
Is that
Bivol
it?
fighting Usyk. You don't know about Joe Joyce. Forget it. I don't want to
I
speak
saw
to
him
you.
fight Joe
You're
Joyce.
a
I watched
moron.
the fight the other
You
day.
are a fucking moron. You know nothing about
I
then
follow
let's
what's
move it
relevant.
forward. Let's move it
Usyk,
forward.
what
Yeah,
Usyk did in the
forget
amateurs
it.
Hey,
is
yo,
Me and you
irrelevant.
not gonna discuss, but
All
listen,
right,
me
free
and this
smoke
guy.
over.
Hey, yo,
Free
hey,
smoke over. I'm
hey.
back. I'm back. Free smoke over. Mirage versus Pigeon. Let's ask the chat.
You're
while I
asking me
was away.
irrelevant stuff.
Let's
Who
ask
beat
the
you in the
fucking
amateurs?
chat.
Moron.
Motherfuckers,
fuck
let's ask
out
the
of here.
fucking
He's
chat,
praising.
you
He's
both
praising.
plonkers.
He's praising.
Fucking
He's
plonker.
praising David Benavidez. But
Well,
then,
let me
but
just
then
say
doesn't
this. Let's
credit the
ask
guy
the
that
chat,
advises
bro.
him.
But let's ask the chat. Who won that debate while Rapstar was gone?
That was
it
me.
Mirage
What
This dude's a
debate?
or
moron.
was
Didn't
it
debate anything. I
fucking
destroyed
Pigeon?
him.
Who won
You
the
ain't gonna
debate?
destroy
Mirage
shit.
He
or
had to
Pigeon?
resort to
Well,
dumb
let's
quiz
just ask,
questions.
man.
He had to
Yo,
resort.
Can I not fucking
who's
ask? Both of
that
you are
was
fucking
fought by
like
Beppe.
sissies out here.
Listen, we go history. You wanna
Stop being a plonker, mate.
When did I say
history?
I was a historian? I didn't say
All right,
that.
come on.
Yeah,
Who
get the
won the
fuck out of here,
debate?
you stupid bitch.
Yeah, who won the
Stupid bitch.
debate? Somebody says Pigeon won.
Dude, talk to me when your
Somebody
balls
says
drop.
Mirage
Yeah,
won.
you ain't got no balls, bro.
What
You
your
got
little
no
squeaky
balls.
voice, little bitch.
Man, these
Squeaky
guys, they
voice,
won't
little
even let
bitch.
me get off who won the fucking debate,
Yeah,
man.
you
All
sound
right,
like a
fuck the
girl.
debate then. Fuck
Sound
both
like
of
your
the
mom,
debates,
bro.
man.
I invented your
Oh.
country,
Talk
bro.
to me
I
when
want
you
to be a
grow up,
referee
okay?
in this
You need to
shit,
become a
bro.
man.
I'll talk to you.
I'm trying to be the
when
referee over
I
here, yeah?
fucking ruled your mom.
You don't want to do with a woman, bro. That's obvious. You don't know what to do.
All right, part 2. Mirage
You're a
versus...
loser,
All right,
bro.
Pigeon.
So
I'm going to give you... This is how the debate works, Pigeon. You get 1 minute flat. You can say what you want to Mirage.
What now?
You get 1 minute to say what you want to Mirage on the debate, and then I'm going to go to Mirage for a minute. Are you ready? Go.
Let's go, bro. Listen, this motherfucker, bro. You live in fucking, where'd you live? The back end of fucking Australia or something, New Zealand. That country was created by me. My seed, my sperm went in your fucking mom's ass, bro. And the only thing that you've got against me in terms of conversation, and Mr. Pigeon, bruh, and Mr. fucking Pigeon, the main fucking Pigeon, the pigeon on the scene, do you know what I mean? It's coming lean, it's coming like the dope scene. Listen, if there was a problem,
you're rapping in this. You're rapping in
yeah,
this. Okay.
if there was a problem,
show us some more raps. You might win. Show us some more raps.
Yo, listen, if there was a problem,
let him do the poem.
Dude, you're a pencil neck. Don't act tough on
Oh, well, so you're interrupting
Everybody
me.
knows you're a pencil
Let him
neck.
do it, Mirage. Let him get it.
Yo, put the camera on, bro. You're saying I'm a pencil neck.
His claim to fame is interviewing a fighter nobody gave a fuck about in 2017.
Yeah, but you got to give him his last 30 seconds, bruv. Go on, Pigeon. Go on, mate. All right, Pigeon's gone now because you fucking... Yeah, he is. Pigeon, you ready? 30 more seconds, bruv. All right, you really want to show him, yeah, Pigeon? Go on, mate. Go on, Pigeon.
He's gone quiet.
Pigeon wants to show you some moves. Pigeon, show him the jab, show him the right cross, and show him the body shot. Right now. I'm the referee. Go on, Pigeon. Pigeon's gone missing. What the fuck is he doing?
Oh, did this guy get on cam before throwing punches like a couple of weeks ago?
I don't know, but we're going to see if he throws any punches for you.
Putting his gloves on.
Go on, Pigeon.
Oh, yeah, that's him, yeah.
Go on, mate. Show him the punches. Show him the punches, Pigeon. Show him the left and the right. Yeah, go on, Pigeon. Go on, mate. Show us the Rambo punches, bruv. Stop posing, man. Punches. Jab.
You're Pigeon,
right
you're safe. I don't hit people with glasses, so you're safe.
Okay, where's the fucking right cross? Right cross, jab. Left hook. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't want to see no posing, Pigeon. Come on. Punches. Uppercut.
Keep your clothes on, man.
Uppercut. Yeah, Pigeon. Come on, uppercut.
At least Pigeon know how to show his face, unlike others.
Yeah, you gotta give Pigeon that. Go on, Pigeon.
That was a mistake.
Show us some
clearly.
punches,
that was
bro.
a mistake you made.
Show us some punches.
Let's see you, Mirage. Come on, show us who you are.
Mirage is
I'll only show myself to your missus, okay? Or your mum.
You're a pussy, that's why.
Okay,
You're a pussy. Pigeon
now
will
it's
fuck
punch
you up.
versus
Only
Mirage.
to the ladies,
Pigeon
okay?
will fuck you up. Pigeon will fuck you up. You scared of Pigeon.
Don't fuck with me, bro. I will fuck your ass up, bro.
All right,
Hey,
Pigeon, they want to see
fuck
some
you
punches. They want to see some punches.
They want to see me throwing hands, bro?
Yeah, bruv.
Shit, bro.
Go on, Pigeon. Show him. The man from the UK. Go on, Pigeon.
I'm worried he's going to start taking all the clothes off. He seems like that type.
See me throwing some fucking hands, bro?
Yes. Pigeon winning first round, bruv. Go on, Mirage. Your 2 minutes, mate. Go on, Mirage.
Come on, bro.
I mean,
Go on, Mirage.
he didn't say much. I mean,
shut the fuck up, bro. I'll fuck you up.
So, Pigeon, do you want to fight Mirage in a real YouTube fight?
No, because I can bench for 450 pounds. I'll pick him up and chuck him out the window, bro.
Jesus.
I believe it too.
Pigeon,
he's
let me
just
ask you
talking
something.
shit. He's got nothing to offer.
Do you believe Pigeon
Fuck
beat you?
off.
Now we see what Pigeon got to offer. We want to see what you got to offer, Mirage. Show your
fucking
I told
face.
you. I'll show you. I'll show you
you
fucking
a
mum.
bum.
what I got.
Shut the fuck up.
You's
Shut
a
the
bum,
fuck
man.
up.
Pigeon out here, man, will throw you out the fucking window. You a bum,
You
Mirage.
fucking bitch.
Maybe impressed you. I didn't
Fuck
You a
outta
pussy,
here, bro.
You a pussy, Mirage.
You fucking bitch. I'd pick you up and chuck your mum out the window, you fuck. Fucking talking shit to me, bro.
Come to Australia then, tough guy.
Oh, get lost.
Come
You
to
fucking
Australia.
internet troll.
You can't afford the ticket.
Okonafor, shut up.
Why you want him to
fucking
go to
player.
Australia? If he steps in
Well, he's the
Australia,
one
who he gonna find?
talking
Let's
about
see how
throwing
you
me out the
look like
window.
Mirage, so he knows when he goes to Australia, he know who to look for.
You fucking punk.
Yeah, he isn't going nowhere.
Get lost.
He's not
from
leaving
me.
his bedroom.
Hey,
I'm
Pigeon,
leaving
let
your
me ask
mom's
you a
house,
question.
bro.
Pigeon, if I left you
Yeah.
in a cell, how long would it take you with your bare hands to kill a man?
2 seconds, bro.
Now, come on, be real. How long will it take you to kill Mirage?
About a minute. Probably a minute, bro. Give
About
it a
1 minute
bro.
you need?
Yeah, I would.
So
I would.
let me ask your intelligence. Let me
No,
ask
no,
your
no,
intelligence.
bro.
Let me ask your intelligence.
Listen, bro.
Yeah, but let me
Being
ask
in
your
prison is a
intelligence.
long.
How are you gonna kill the man with your bare hands? Let me ask
Nah,
you.
listen, bro. I've been to prison. Have you been to prison?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm asking you. How are you gonna kill the man with bare hands?
Yeah, but I've been to prison. It's a
So go
lonely
on. How are you
time.
gonna kill the man with bare
Yo,
hands?
you're not listening to me. I've been to prison. It's a lonely time. I'm gonna use Mirage's mouth to give me a blowjob, bro.
I don't swing that way, bro. I don't swing that way. I know you're used to that type of thing.
Yo,
where you've
bro,
been,
you're gonna be sucking Mr. Pigeon up for the next 2 months.
Hey, after Pigeon showed himself.
Hey, let's get back to boxing. I know you probably love. Hey, I know this is probably your favorite topic.
Bro, you'll
You and
sweet
Punch
little
should
mouth's
get
gonna be
together in a
sucking
private
off
Zoom
me,
call
bro.
later. You and
Yo,
Punch
bro,
get together.
your sweet
He will
little mouth is
accommodate you
gonna
from
be
what I've
sucking
heard.
my nuts, bro. Your sweet little mouth is gonna be sucking Pigeon's nuts, bro, for about the next 2 months, bro.
Anyway, so you're a Bibble fan, are you?
Hey, yo, Pigeon.
I'm the fan of your lips, bro. I'm the
Yo,
fan of your
Pigeon,
lips.
Pigeon, what you gonna do? Pigeon, what you gonna do?
Bro.
You gonna fuck him up and then fuck him?
Tell that shit in private to
No,
Punch.
I'm
I
gonna
told
fuck
you.
him, bro. He's gonna
The
lick my
audience doesn't
ass
want to
and
hear about
women,
your
bro.
fantasies, your dirty fantasies, okay?
Listen, I don't even like men, but I would definitely punish you to suck my
So you
nuts,
like me that
bro.
much, do you?
No, I don't like men at all, bro. But I don't
I'm
like
special,
men at all,
am I?
bro. No, I actually
Maybe it's
hate
the
men
Aussie thing, yeah?
sexually.
It's the
I
Aussie thing.
hate men sexually, but
He
you're
said
gonna
you
ruin
fucking
my
hate
ass, bro.
men
Yo, Pigeon,
You're
you would
gonna
take
ruin
his
my ass,
manhood
bro.
for the fun of it? You would take his manhood for the fun of it, Pigeon?
Boring. Hey, you want to talk boxing or what, Pigeon? Or you
You're
want to talk
gonna lick
shit?
my ass because I'm gonna tell you to lick it.
Okay, you want to talk boxing or what? You want to talk boxing or what?
Man.
Yo, bro, listen, me and you don't even have a conversation, bro, because I can bench like nearly 400
Okay, I'm getting
pounds,
bored now.
and you can't even bench your mom's fanny, bro.
Okay.
There you go.
There's a free smoke over, yeah?
That's it, Pigeon. Fatality, man. Mirage is done. He tapped out.
What the fuck, bro?
Bro, a troll got smoked by a troll.
Fucking fool, bro.
You know, it's an interesting,
I
man.
can't be speaking to
I'm not
this
interested
guy,
in the
bro.
gay topics.
Yo, bro, I can't be speaking to you, bro. Can't be speaking to you, bro. You kind of below me, bro.
Well, let's keep it moving, right?
It's obvious you don't have a clue
Now
about
we're gonna
boxing
keep it
anyway.
moving.
You're below me, bro.
We're gonna keep it moving now.
I think this.
Come on.
If Bud Crawford is using this to have some type of leverage or increase his value,
this is what people are saying.
To increase his value, right? But how about if Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman and then goes pay-per-view? Then Errol Spence further increases value, so it's just gonna hurt Bud Crawford more.
Oh, in the long
run? That's a good fight.
If Bud Crawford is using this as some type of mark, like, okay, he's gonna get paid more than he got paid with Sean Porter. So he comes to the table and I say, this is how much I got paid my last fight. And I did pay-per-view with a David Evanesian. But what about Errol Spence fights Keith Thurman and does the most pay-per-view he's done in his career, which that would be the projected that he'll be projected to make, and they make more money than he's ever made, then go back to the table with a Keith Thurman on his resume with another successful pay-per-view.
No, this is just
then
all
I think
bullshit.
for real, this fight would never happen.
Punch. Nobody's listening to Errol Spence. And Errol Spence is saying, I'm not making this waiting for this motherfucker. He didn't even say that. He said the N-word. He said, I ain't waiting for this bitch. I gave him a chance.
Yeah,
he said, I'm not going to keep sitting here, cutting my life at this weight. I've been here a decade. He goes, either if he fights me so I can become undisputed. If not, I'm moving to 154. And Jamel Charlo, if he wants to fight or move up. That's it.
Do you know what will increase Crawford's
I mean,
value?
Errol Spence is at a point, Punch, that he don't want to even make this weight.
Do you know what will increase Crawford's value? Being fucking undisputed and beating the top pound for pound. That's what'll do it.
Yeah, it's a good point as well. But he's
All this
never
other
going to
stuff
get
is
that.
fucking bullshit.
Facts.
And anyway,
But
Spence is moving up next. He's already projected what he's going to do. The fight's never happening. You guys got played.
Errol Spence said to everybody, I'm going to clean my side of the fucking street and I'm coming for Bud.
What's the biggest
business moves? Bud Crawford's doing business moves.
All right, let's.
He told Errol Spence, "Go fuck yourself, bro."
Since we've been talking about business in terms of these two, let's be honest. What will be Errol Spence's highest payday outside of Bud in his next fight?
This is impossible to answer.
Before we answer this, Pigeon.
Wow.
Pigeon, before we answer this, you need to tell these motherfucking fans to smash the like button. I'm shutting this stream down now.
Hit the like, you morons, or I'm going to punch you in the face.
We need to get these likes up, bro. People don't respect this fucking channel like they should.
Hey, hit the like.
Hit the fucking like out here, man. Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, I don't know what to think anymore, bro. I am a bit confused.
Hey, Rapstar, can I ask you a personal question, bro? Are you an Indian?
I'm at everybody. I'm at everybody. I'm born and bred.
I've always wanted to ask you that, bro.
You already seen my videos many times, though. You've commented on my videos.
You look like a Pakistani to me.
I got nothing to do with a Pakistani, but good try.
I'm winding you up, bro.
It's a good try. It's a good try, but it's nothing to do with me. I don't have nothing against them either.
Shit, that was funny.
I don't have nothing against them. But are you, Pigeon? I'm gonna ask you a motherfucking question.
Yeah,
you've seen me out there. You've seen me out there on my videos. You've even commented.
So
I ain't no Pakistani. But let me ask you a question, Pigeon.
Yeah, man, ask away, bro.
Are you a racist?
I'm about the least racist person on the internet, bro. But I'll tell you one thing about me. I will use race to piss people off, bro.
So no, wait. So you would let me ask you a simple question. Are you looking at people at race? Is that what you come for?
I don't look at anyone in terms of their color. But...
So do you? What What would you class black people? You?
Not really.
Be honest, Pigeon. Don't sit here and be a liar. Tell the truth who the fuck you are, because I've seen you on channels. And if you start lying about who you are on my channel, then you're gonna
dick me from the panel, bro. You're gonna dick me from the panel.
No, you gotta keep it real. How do you look at different races? And if you don't keep it real, I'm gonna dick you on the panel.
To be honest about it.
Yes.
Perfectly honest about it.
Yes.
I do have biases, bro. I do have biases.
Why are you racist,
though? This is a good question, bro.
Why does Pigeon feel like that he needs to be a bit racist?
Because it's a race baiting community, and he likes to get people mad by using race.
There you go, bro. There you go. Yeah.
I could be a Pigeon. I could be a Saudi Arabian prince, for what you know.
Yo, bro. I said I was a Saudi Arabian prince 2 days ago, so don't matter with that.
No, but Pigeon, I want to know, why do you have racist tendencies? Why?
That's just life, bro.
So do you look at women? Do you look at women like that? She's a white girl. She's a black girl. She's this.
Yeah, I do.
Like, I don't want to date this woman because she's this color. Is that how you look at it?
Kinda, yeah, I do.
Is that race or preference?
Isn't that prejudice? Isn't that prejudice, though?
Nah. If you're home, how about if your dick don't get hard for white woman or black woman? Is that your fault?
Facts. I don't get hard over no black woman, bro.
Now we're gonna go to that. If your dick don't get hard because of the color of the skin of the woman,
yeah, it's like Mirage.
What the fuck are we talking about, bro?
It's like Mirage. It's like Mirage. His dick don't get hard for women. It gets hard for men. But what can we say? If he's gay, he's gay.
Listen, bro. If he wants their asses, but listen. Whatever, bro.
Okay, look, let me ask this question. Pigeon says he's got racist tendencies. At least he's being real. At least
Yeah, I have, yeah.
look. If I was a Paggy, right, he would be laughing. He don't like Paggy. and look, I'm not even a Paggy, so he can say what he wants.
But
what I'm saying is, Pigeon, why is it that you got to laugh at another person's race?
Yeah, but bro, how do you not know? Listen, calm yourself before you attack me, bro.
I'm asking you a question. Why?
All right, calm down. Because
answer.
This is. Yeah, I'm gonna give you an answer. But you need to relax, man. How do you know that I'm not friends with Pakistani people every day of the week? You don't know that.
So you got a split personality.
Not really. How do you know that the Pakistani people that I'm friends with hate blacks?
You're saying that other races are racist to other races, right?
Facts. And I hang around with a lot of Pakistanis.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah, ask me a question.
Is everybody racist? Every color and every person? Like most colors can be racist. Every race can be racist. Do you agree with that?
100%.
All right, let's move it on. Punch. Can every race be racist?
Of course.
Punch. I'm going to ask you this question, Punch. What about a man who's been facing slavery for years? What about a culture that's been looked upon and stepped upon, and then they came back? And can they be racist?
Yeah, they got racism trauma.
Facts. My friends are Pakistani. They're Arabic. They don't like blacks.
So everybody can have racist tendencies, racist preferences, and at the end of the day,
not racist preference, just preference. You know, not racism preference.
But for me, when you say my dick can't get hard off of a white woman or maybe a black woman,
that's not racism.
That's a bit racist.
No, it's not. How is that racist?
Because now you're looking at the color of the skin, and it emotionally doesn't attach your dick to that.
Do you know the definition of racism to say that?
No, but it sounds racist.
It's not racist, bro.
That's not racist, bro.
No, it's not
if
racist.
You say,
it sounds okay. Does it sound racist?
But it is racist, bro.
If you got if you got a victimhood mentality and very low self-esteem, and you're trying to find some. If you're a German and say I prefer to marry another German woman, and somebody be like, but what about an American black woman? No, I rather marry. You know what I'm saying? Is that racism? No, you prefer to date your own kind. Sometimes most people do.
Listen, I used to grow up with guys that I'm still friends with. Like I'm nearly 50 years old. They're all drug dealers, and I went to university.
Damn, you gonna snitch them out like that, Pigeon?
No, I'm not going to tell anybody's names or anything.
Pigeon a snitch.
I ain't going to snitch on shit, bro. I'm just saying that, listen, people have got their own preferences in terms of race. They're not going to stick the cut. Everybody likes to have sex, yeah? But you're not going to marry a particular person or race that you've got nothing in common with. You have to have kids and marry somebody that you're gonna have a connection with, Come on, bro. You're gonna marry and have a connection with people that are quite similar to you as a person.
That may not value your principle nor religion.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not even a Muslim, but I was with a Muslim woman for many years. Do you know why? Because as an English individual and as a person, we had a lot in common. And then my second wife that I've got my children with that are Sikh. My children are Sikh. They're half white, half Sikh. My daughter is like rich. She lives in London. She hates me, Mr. Pigeon.
So she ain't gonna give you fucking nothing.
She don't like Mr. Pigeon, bro. Look, facts. I agree with that. But I did a great job bringing her up, bro. And
I'm sorry to hear that, brother, man. I hope things get better with you and your daughter.
No, I'm not really bothered about. I've done a good job, bro. Listen, she loves me to bits. If anything goes wrong with me, she would come back in a second, bro.
Okay, let's keep it facts now. I want to keep
Sure.
it real here, right? Now, it's not
Facts.
racism, it's preferences. If a man does not want to date a black woman because she's black and he doesn't like dating black women, he's
I
not
don't want
racist.
to do that.
No. He's not racist. He's got preferences that he doesn't like, does dislike.
Preferences.
Now, if
Yeah.
you speak to other people and you speak to my black friends, they'll be like, "You're racist, brethren." Man, a bomber clock, you don't want like no black woman. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. No bomber clock, smack your teeth in.
It doesn't turn them on, probably.
No, but what I'm saying is, it just sounds that way. That you've been brought up not to want to mix with certain colors or people. Now we know the Koreans are like that. We know the Saudi Arabians are like
I
that.
know
We
what you're
know
saying.
we
I
know
know
that
what
the
you're saying.
Chinese, look, no
I know what you're
disrespect to
saying.
the Chinese, but the Chinese like to keep it to their own people. The Jewish people, the Israelis, they don't like marrying out of caste. So are they racist or is it their culture? That's different. It's their culture.
No,
But
it's good
is their
questions here.
culture have racist tendencies? I'm gonna ask Punch, then you, Pigeon. You gotta go on mute for a minute now.
No.
Pigeon,
Sorry.
you gotta go on mute for a minute now on this one.
No, I don't think so. I just think that certain people within the culture love their culture, love their women or love their man. And there's other culture that is a mixed culture. So you get used to having mixed cultures around and you're probably into, you know what I'm saying? Let's say New York City is a melting pot. So it's easy for you to date uh, Asian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Latinas, and different type of Salvadorian, Mexican, Dominican. So, but maybe in other places, it doesn't have all those choices. But you just like your culture. Some people
So,
want to leave their culture. I know people that wouldn't even date their own culture.
so let me ask you this then, Punch. Does the same thing lead to life? You say boxing leads to life, right? Most things in boxing lead you to life, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in boxing, it's the same thing then. Do you think as a black guy or a white guy, it's different when you fight another race? Some people are saying to you, you got to do it for your people, like your white people. Do you think there's some people in the back of your head saying to the black guy, you know what, a black man got to beat the Mexican guy? Does that become, it's not racist, it's
No,
just,
that's just supporting your countrymen.
that's just supporting your same color of people, right?
No, I think that's supporting your countrymen. That's like when Anthony Joshua or Ricky Hatton fought over here, or Bruno when he fought Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It's not about the color; it's they fighting for the countrymen. So you're
Yeah.
going for him because he's fighting for your country.
It's your
No, but
values.
I think Pigeon knows what I'm saying here. Pigeon, if a
Yeah.
white man is fighting a black man, right? There's a lot of white men in the pub will say, "Oh, you know what? We do it for the white people, beat the
Yeah,
black
but
guy up."
a lot of the white
Right?
men,
Listen, if a
I'm
black guy is
yeah,
going for a white man in a fight, yeah, there'll be a lot of black people say, "You know what? Beat that white man up for us."
but a lot of the
There
white,
is that kind of people out there, bro.
yeah. A lot of the white men that have those beliefs over the years are probably the similar age range to me or a lot older, 20 or 30 years older.
When you watch a white man
Um,
fighting a black man, Pigeon, who do you really go for?
my actual perception in that, I've got like I supported Bernard Hopkins against Joe Calzaghe.
Okay.
I had Mayweather over Pacquiao. Let me just think of some other fighters that I support. It's very difficult with me because everybody thinks I'm this sort of big racist on the internet, but come on, bro, not really, you know. What do you want me to say? You want me to give you the name of a white fighter that I picked over a black fighter or some shit? Come on, bro. That's not gonna happen. I always base my predictions in boxing or who I love on who I want to win. So do I like Tyson Fury? No. I'm obviously in a part of the short bus gang. We like Usyk. We quite like a Wilder. Joe
Man, I'm
Joyce.
not saying nothing wrong here, Pigeon. The Ukrainian people want to fucking see Lomachenko beat the fuck out of Devin Haney.
Yeah, but I don't like
Right?
Lomachenko.
The black Americans want to see Devin Haney beat the fuck out of Loma, the white guy.
No, but I don't like Lomachenko. This is the problem.
No, I'm not
with
talking about
boxing.
you fuck. I'm talking about everyone. That there is fans out there who fanboy fighters just because of their race. And that's it.
Well, that's up to them, bro.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. There's fans who just support Canelo because Canelo's a Mexican. Is that true or false, Punch?
Yeah, countryman.
Yeah, I was a part of MXBC for years, bro. I used to troll these motherfuckers for years.
I mean, it's countryman and then it's race. I think outside of America, that is more, for me, in my opinion, more cultural based, country based. Over here is more race based. So if, for example, you got Alexander Usyk versus Arturo Beterbiev, let's just say, if that was a fight, and it was Russian versus Ukraine, it wouldn't be all white versus white, because they don't refer themselves as white. They refer themselves as Ukrainian, and the other guy refers to him as a Russian.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a race thing. It would be a country thing.
Yeah.
In America, it will be a black thing. People identify themselves with that because people are just lazy to not say the white guy. Oh, I'm come from my grandparents is Irish and Italian or something like that. So they just say white.
No, I kind of disagree as well, though, because I believe the old tendencies still live in today's 2022. And I think that what I mean by that, if tomorrow another white man came and conquered boxing and started looking good and knocking people out, there would be white people just looking at him, supporting him because he was white.
Obviously, but they're gonna do that from if that guy was Indian.
No, but that's why. Yeah. Just like Amir Khan. Amir Khan came to boxing.
What do you want us to be?
I disagree.
No. Listen, Ray. Now let me just say this, Punch. Pigeon,
so
don't take it to heart, Pigeon, because you're a white guy as well. Don't take it. Half of my family's 90% white.
You look white yourself.
Yeah, I am. So shut the fuck up. I'm not coming at white people. I'm keeping it real here. That even white people would support white people first. Keep it real.
So if it was like that,
maybe.
if it was like that, why nobody just came around Joe Smith Jr.? Why he's not as popular?
Because Joe Smith Jr. didn't conquer nothing special.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes, he knocked out the
Joe Smith Jr.'s best time was knocking Bernard Hopkins and beating him, old Hopkins.
But still, it's Hopkins.
Yeah, but he didn't get even the Kelly Pavlik treatment. Kelly Pavlik made big fans.
I've met Beterbiev, by the way.
Kelly Pavlik was the man.
No, I think it's culture. Like Paul Spencer for people, he's white, but no, the reason why he was selling out Pittsburgh is because he was Italian.
Yeah, but nobody gave a fuck about Paul Spandafora either.
In Pittsburgh, the Italians
nobody gave a fuck about him.
The Italians were.
No, they didn't. They didn't care about this guy.
Rapstar, go look back at his fights in Pittsburgh. He was selling
I understand,
out
but the boxing fans didn't care.
That is the
90% of the boxing fans didn't know who Paul Spandafora was until me and you announced it on your channel.
No. We just didn't care about Paul Spandafora.
Nobody gave a fuck about him.
We just didn't care about Paul Spandafora.
I'm saying, what white man can you tell me who's came and really took boxing so where he was a pound for pound top 3?
Who you on about?
I'm asking you, that kind of a man. If he came along and he was conquering the sport, like Caleb Plant didn't beat Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, but he was
Caleb Plant would have been the biggest white hope for American boxing.
Yeah, but Caleb Plant, he was never going to do that, bro.
The only man that you got. Sorry, go ahead.
No race clams over a guy after he conquers the world. It's a buildup.
Facts.
Canelo Alvarez didn't conquer the world so he could get his support.
Man, there's only 2 names that I can tell you as white fighters that made it in the pound for pound in my eyes.
What, Josh Taylor and
Rocky Marciano? No, three guys, yeah.
No, Rocky Marciano's Italian.
Yeah, okay, but we're good. Okay, Rocky
There's
Marciano just
been
looks white
loads.
to us from England, right? The white Italian. But then
He's Italian.
we got Joe Calzaghe, which is half Welsh, half Italian. He's an Italian as well. We got Joe Calzaghe, right? And then we got Josh Taylor. How many white, apart from Tyson Fury, who's conquered the whole world as well, he's done something serious as an Irish white man. There's not been many white men in the last, I'd say, 40 years. Yeah, years ago, they were the ones who dominated boxing. Years ago.
There's been a lot of them in the lightweights. It's
Yeah.
probably got
But
6 or 7
if you
belts.
really look at the white man has not dominated the combat sports of boxing in the last 30, 40 years.
No, I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
It's been the Ukrainians have come along and the Europeans have come along and they have dominated as the next white breed of boxing.
Yeah, but listen, you're discussing that as an Indian who had no champs. And what?
No, but I'm just saying.
Hey,
I'm
yo, let me
saying
tell
to
you.
you,
Can I?
No
you can sit
come
here.
on,
Listen. You can sit here and say what you want. You can sit here and say what you want. You
something
plonker.
that's gonna hurt.
No, you're a plunker. You're an idiot.
No, you're a dickhead now and being racist again. You don't
I'm
know
not
who I
being
am.
racist
You
to
don't know who
you.
I am. You don't know who the fuck I
No,
am. So
you're
you can
being
sit there
nasty to me
and
now.
talk
I'm
what
just
you want,
giving you. I'm
racist
just
fuck.
getting. You're saying that whites have not conquered boxing.
I'm gonna say.
No, I said that the whites haven't been conquering the sport when it comes to the British and the American whites.
400 champs in the last 30 years.
Yeah, but not
400
dominating.
white
Not dominating. They're not been dominating. Shut the fuck up. Screaming on this channel like a bitch.
You're a moron.
Don't be fucking
You're a moron.
speaking like a bitch. Or I'm gonna
There's
shut
no
you the
such
fuck
thing
up.
as white and black fighters.
He's
Yeah, but
muted
listen.
because he knows he's wrong.
No, but
This is
let's
the
keep
truth.
it
You
real
wanna know-
though.
you wanna know the truth?
No. Let's keep it real
You're
though.
an
You wanna know the
I
truth?
said the Ricky Hattons and everybody else. Yes, they've
Give me
been
one
dominating.
Indian champ. Give
They've
me
been
one Indian
dominating,
champ.
motherfucker.
Give me
They've
one
been
Indian
dominating.
champ. No,
They've
give me
been
one.
dominating.
Give
Yeah.
me one.
But at the end of the day, Punch, I'm saying that the white dominant boxers haven't been the pound for pound number 1, 2, 3 from the British white people and the American white people. Years ago, they were the most dominant force in the sport. Am I saying anything wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, you might not know, but if you look at it, as really, it has been many other races and different cultures who have took over the sport. The Europeans.
Okay, so now I go by that. I can answer that, but I can't. I'm not answering the white or the black stuff. The truth is, the reason why people say black and white is because in America, the you identify yourself as black is because you didn't know what to identify yourself as. That's why everybody knows how to say Ukraine, Italian, Irish, but blacks in America say black because they didn't want to say just American.
Yeah.
No such thing as black and white. There's no such thing as
let
that.
me ask you this. If Caleb Plant beat Canelo Alvarez, do you think a lot of people would have supported him because he's the white next biggest hope for the whole of America? Or do you think they'll just support him because he's American? Or do you believe that the black people would have supported him the same way that they would have supported Errol Spence?
I think they'll support him as an American.
Just support him as an American.
Mm-hmm.
And I think majority fans are like that. But I think there is a lot of fans still who will support the fighter because of his race. It's just the same way they do in life. The same preference they feel about a woman, how they feel about different cultures. It's the same way they feel about different fighters.
Look,
if a certain fighter is dominating,
you would get supported. Whatever you rep, then that's what you represent. And if you represent what you rep, then the people that's going to support you, that rep the same thing, is going to support you. That's what it is. So if Canelo Alvarez is waving his flag, the Mexican flag, he's representing Mexico. So then the Mexican people come out for him. You know what I'm saying? But if, let's say if hold on.
So Teofimo Lopez, does he get the support from all of
But
America?
if let's say an American, let's say if American fighter just starts supporting America, let's say a black fighter, it's all about America with the American flag and stuff like that. He will call the American fan base, whether you Latino, white, whatever, because you're representing America. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just gonna represent black as a black fighter, then the black fans is gonna come out for you. If you're a white fighter and saying I'm over here for the white people, then the white fans gonna come out. So it's different here in America than other people that if Chocolatito is coming with his flag, if you know what I'm saying, if Lomachenko is coming out with his flag, then the whole country stand behind him. I think more
Yeah,
American.
but I'm going by what Paulie Malignaggi said. That look, Paulie Malignaggi said that Devin Haney got racist fans, and Paulie Malignaggi said that Devin Haney's that most fans are just, these racist kind of guys who are like more American black who just support him because of his color. They don't give a fuck about boxing. I mean, what do you say to that?
I don't know. That's casting everybody. I don't agree with Paulie, but I understand where he's coming from because I understand this community. So while he was talking about his fan base that supports him in the YTBC. You know what I'm saying? And we all know the channels, and we all know that their channel is pro-black. So he probably see these pro-black channels as racist channels that they vouch for Devin Haney. So that's the way that I'm seeing it with the experience of this community.
But what Paulie's saying is, look, one's an American fighter, but he only has kind of a subjected fan base who only support him because of his color of skin, basically.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then
and that's
there's another fighter who's an American, Teofimo Lopez, and Americans don't support him. Like, those Americans won't support him because of his color. So Paulie Malignaggi kind of like making some kind of sense out here, if you think about it.
I didn't get the Tio part. I didn't hear him
I mean,
nothing saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying Teofimo don't get that same love from Devin Haney fans. They don't like him at all.
Yeah, but I think they don't like him because it's the maybe it's the rivalry,
So if
or probably
Teofimo,
is that.
nah, that's cap, bro. Because if Teofimo Lopez was black, I don't think it would have gone like that for Teo.
Well, they don't
I
like,
don't
but
think
the
so.
same people that some people don't like Bud Crawford.
Yep.
So as they just don't like their own kind.
Well, I'm just saying, Paulie making some sense about what he's saying. I'm thinking.
I think he I think he make I think I under, he's making sense because we understand this community. But by saying that Devin Haney's fans is racist, then your Devin Haney just doesn't got black fans. So I cannot agree with Paulie Malignaggi 100%. I could understand him because what he's going by is this community. Because while he was talking, he was saying, "Oh, Blue Blood Sports TV said this, and that." So he was going by that, and then a lot of people in this community see as Blue Bloods as a pro-black YouTube content creator. So
I hear
I think
you.
he's going by this community as well.
Yeah. Mirage, what the fuck are you doing sitting here just listening, are you?
No, I've been doing some cooking. Some bit
Oh,
busy.
you've been cooking. What you been cooking in Australia right now? Kangaroo meat?
Cooking a roast.
A roast?
Yeah.
With potatoes, Brussels sprouts, carrots, gravy?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I know what you're eating. You're eating big. But what do you think about this? That Paulie Malignaggi said that Devin Haney and a lot of American fighters, they got racist fans. Do you agree with him that Devin Haney's fans are
I don't know
mostly
why you
racist?
motherfuckers keep talking about Devin Haney
I'm
all the time.
asking you a fucking
He's
question, or go
boring as
keep
fuck.
keep cooking. Go keep cooking then.
Boring doesn't interest me.
Yeah, are you fucking with it
I
or
don't
not?
care about Devin Haney.
You don't give a fuck about Devin Haney.
Not at all. Why should
Devin
I?
Haney's the undisputed champion right now.
Dude, that's paper. I'm
Yeah, but
talking about I care what happens in the ring, not this
Devin
fucking
Haney beat the
paper
fuck out of your Australian brother,
bullshit.
Cambosis.
This is the Canelo fans, how they roll. Oh, look at this. He's got this title, divisions, this, that. Dude, I don't give a fuck. That's a charade. What matters is what do you do in the ring? How do you look when you do it? and do you entertain me? If you don't entertain me, I don't give a fuck about you. That's what it's about.
But what do you think about this then? He says, now I don't know if Paulie's got any little bit of I don't know, needle against Devin Haney or something right now.
How does
Because
he know? What is it based on his fans being racist?
But what this is what Paulie says. He says, I keep receipts. From now on, I got receipts. So what he's telling Devin Haney is just watch your moves with me because I will expose you more. Now, what Paulie's saying is that these guys don't want to fight nobody in the beginning. They're just moving with their own strategy and just using people. And the truth is they've been buying fights. He said his dad has been buying fights for him. Now, Paulie Malignaggi still believes that Lomachenko will beat the fuck out of Devin Haney. Paulie Malignaggi said that Lomachenko right now will beat Devin Haney up. And they got to use this maximum for the money to get the maximum money because Devin virtually can lose to Paulie. I mean, Paulie's saying he's going to lose to Loma now even. Is there a bit of hate there? Or do you think Paulie's very confident that Loma beats Devin Haney? For me, I thought that's a 50-50 fight today. Lomachenko's much older. And, you know, Lomachenko's on his way out. You got Devin Haney on a good momentum here. I mean, what do you think about this, Tip Bayless?
Yeah, honestly, I think Paulie likes Haney as a fighter. I really think Paulie likes him because they're kind of similar. And Paulie was saying that himself. I think he just wants him to challenge himself by facing Loma.
But do you think that Loma can fucking beat him now?
Like you said, that's a 50-50 fight, honestly.
Don't you think Loma and Devin Haney's 50-50 now?
Yeah, that's 50-50 for sure.
Let's see what the people are saying.
Because Loma's footwork I don't think Haney's been in the ring with anybody who has like footwork like Loma. And then again, you got Loma. He's got to deal with the size again, like he did with Teofimo fighting Haney. So it's a couple factors that'll play a part in that fight that'll make it 50-50 for sure.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 fight right now. At this point, you would say Lomachenko, Devin Haney. It's a good fight, man. You know, Paulie reckons that he's got Lomachenko winning that fight. But I want to ask everybody this, and I even want to ask Mirage: did everybody go watch Deontay Wilder's new single? Did everybody go watch Deontay Wilder's got a new song out?
It was on my For You page. I scrolled right past it.
Deontay Wilder got a new pop song out, bro. Mirage, Deontay Wilder's a new singer. He's an artist now. Look at him. He's dancing around and all that. Watch. This is Deontay Wilder dancing. He's romancing. Deontay Wilder's got a new video out, man.
Yo, that right there, that tells me he's not ready to face Fury for a fourth time.
Yeah, man. Deontay Wilder's changed his energy, bro. Have you look at him? He's dancing around by the pool, you know, singing this R&B song. The song's not bad, though. It's not bad. I mean, it ain't nothing too special, but go watch it. Everybody go watch the Deontay Wilder new song. Yeah, Deontay Wilder, the new Keith Sweat. Deontay Wilder, the new Bobby Brown. Yeah? Deontay Wilder's coming with the new style. Go watch it, bro. Go support your boy Wilder. Go support Wilder's new song, people. Wilder's doing it over here right now. But Crawford, man, Crawford's laughing all the way to the bank, Tip Bayless.
Yeah, I'm going to have to retract what I said earlier, man.
Yeah, this is what Crawford's doing right now, Tip Bayless. Right now.
Move. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move. 1, 2.
Easy money grabs.
Yeah, man. Crawford making that money, bro.
And if he could fight lesser competition for more money, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna do what he gonna do.
He gotta do what he gotta do. You know? You can't blame Terrence Crawford for making that money now. He went. He told people, go fuck yourselves. I ain't waiting for nobody. I ain't waiting on no Errol Spence. I'm not waiting on anyone. I want that bag. He's getting nearly 10 million to fight David Avanesian. David Avanesian. And Errol Spence. Errol Spence is pissed. Errol Spence is pissed. He said, yo, man, motherfucker been stalling me for months. I could have fought this guy already in November. You know what I mean? This is a madness. And now Errol Spence is saying Crawford wasting my time. Errol the Truth Spence Jr. said Crawford wasting my time. I could have fought this guy.
He was building an audience. That's what it was.
Yeah, and now
it makes sense for a marketing strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like you go.
yeah, but
they went about 7 months.
Bud's been using Errol Spence for leverage against other fighters.
They've been going for about 7 months talking about this fight. The fight doesn't get made. Now people want to see Bud fight. So what he does, he signs with this independent network. You know what I'm saying? Gets him a fight. Man? All these people buy this pay-per-view, show up to this fight thinking that he's going to fight Errol Spence and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to cash out. He played the fans.
Yo, man, I want to give a shout out to my brethren, Toby Bartlett. Says salute to the rap star and the chat. Chuck says Photoshop Crawford's face and put it on that video, rap star. Isn't this Crawford though, Chuck? This looks like Crawford, isn't it? And Roland says no. Steven says PBC been wasting Crawford's time though. Okay. Much love for rap star. Yo, much love for Danny. But isn't this Crawford, bro? Isn't this Crawford laughing all the way to the bank?
Move. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move. 1, 2.
Terrence Crawford's dancing right now. He got 10 million in his pocket. He got David Avanesian. And he said to the fans and the legacy, go fuck yourselves. You ain't paying me. I'm going to take the best quick option. So at the end of the day, the legacy fight's not going on. The legacy fight's not going on. And just like Julio Martinez said, that's it. That's it. The money all the way to the bank. David Avanesian already been beaten up by Kavalasquez. He lost the fight to Lamont Peterson. How much of a threat can David Avanesian be? Is this the fighter, the pound for pound fighter, was showing you that he was going to fight for the undisputed fight? He told the fans, I only want to fight the best fight, and that's Errol Spence. Terrence Bud Crawford came on Sean Porter's show, on the Porter Way. And on Sean Porter's show, he said the fight has to happen with Errol Spence. But last minute, Terrence Crawford just left and made a fight that the fans were not even watching. The fans weren't even thinking about it. Hard Times Boxing.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I didn't know he was fighting on the same day as Teofimo.
And he's fighting on the same day as Teofimo Lopez.
That's
versus Pedraza.
That's so dumb.
But what I'm saying is, this is not, how does he make the big moves? This is not legacy. This is Crawford going back 2 steps. Terrence Crawford's not moving up in the game, fighting David Avanesian.
Even if you're trying to show the people, the networks, the promoters, whatever, that you can make money, why? I mean, I guess it's cool to go up against, you know what I'm saying, ESPN and TO, but that's just, in my opinion, that's dumb, because I don't even think you're gonna get a plus against that.
Yeah, man. But then look, it's like this, man. At the end of the day, you're not making that move as well. At the end of the day, you're not getting paid this money. So can you really blame Terrence Crawford? Did Al Heyman and Showtime, Steven Espinoza, not get the deal done properly? Why did Showtime and Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman not try and lock Terrence Crawford so he don't look anywhere else? Why wasn't that business handled the best way ever? Why did Terrence Crawford have to go and make the next best move, bruv? Those things need to be asked as well, innit? Don't you think? But you know what? I keep it real with you. Whether you don't like it now, you're going to watch it anyway. But what's next for Errol Spence? We've sat here and spoke about Crawford for fucking hours. What is next for the truth, Errol Spence Jr.? Where does he go? Because I know where you want him to go. You want him to fight Keith one-time Thurman. Don't you, Tip?
That's the fight I want. I think that's the fight he should take.
Maybe that's what needs to happen for Errol Spence now. He's going to fight Keith one-time Thurman and get himself busy and see what's next.
All right, we got to think about it. All right, so from what was said, they said Bozy Ennis and Jerron Ennis Kent, they petitioned to get a fight against Spence, right? Now, are the belt federations actually going to go through with it is the question. I don't think they will.
All right. Well, you know what I'm going to say now, Tip? We had a great show today. Did you watch the show from earlier?
I got here after, I guess, Rick left.
Oh, man, you needed to watch it while Rick was there, man. It was a great show today. You got to see what, he knows about what happened as well. I'm going to say this to the people. Maybe Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence just ain't never going to happen. Because if I was Errol Spence, I know the man was trying to say that he's focused on this fight. And I'm the man with the 3 belts trying to make the fight. And I don't try and make other fights. And this guy just goes and does a slippery move. And Crawford just goes and makes a slippery move. Because in this way, it's going to look slippery. If it was a man's word, behind the scenes, Crawford says, I speak to Errol Spence when I want. There was a man's word between Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. And the truth is the truth. There was a man's word between Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. But Errol Spence kept his word. Bud Crawford had other opportunities. So it is what it is. That's boxing. It's business. And maybe now you're never going to get that fight. But if Errol Spence really looks at it, Bud Crawford maybe ain't the credible man to do business with. If you backed out your word, maybe Errol Spence just going to say, fuck him, bro. I'm going to go do my own thing. Let Terrence Crawford do his own thing. At this point, Terrence Crawford's not got a legacy fight anymore. That was his legacy fight. He's lost it at the moment. Let's see what's the future. Let's see what Errol Spence fights next. But until then, you're going to be watching Crawford versus Avanesian. If you missed the channel earlier on, we had Rick Glazier on here. We had a whole bunch of different topics we spoke about. Go back, press the rewind. I'm out of here. It's your host, Rapstar Boxing. I'll see you on the next live. We out. Peace.
Move. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move. 1,